Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Okie Doki Mythology Club, the campaign set in the Princess the Hopeful setting. We have our 5 players here: Rika Tanaka, played by Tyler; Lena Fisher, played by Mike; Himawari, played by Amanda; Michiko Akamoto, played by Dixie; and Himari Yamamoto, played by Nick. And we will be with who would like to recap last session?
Well,
It was a pretty long one.
I suppose I could do it.
I have a pretty good
Okay.
recap on YouTube if you want to look at that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I watched it as a good one. I liked it.
Thanks.
So we started back up in the Dreamlands after having gone through the Torii Gate with Sophia.
Yep.
And we managed to actually kill the eye bite and made our way out into the hot springs.
Mhm.
Sophia and I, Lena, had a little conversation about making the right choices, even if they're not, even if they not so subtly go against your orders, teachings.
Mhm.
And we all kind of piled into the hot springs. The more social among us immediately started talking with the proprietors. They found that there was their young daughter who had black leaking out of her eyes, essentially,
Mhm.
was at the desk while her parents were arguing. Quite a few of us noticed that there was some kind of evil spirit uh, essentially running around in the bathhouse, while the less social among us explored the bathhouse, trying to dodge an old lady who was just taking a nap, jumping into a cold hot spring only to get looked right in the face. Miki-san then, with a shamrock well and truly shoved up her ass, walked up to the old owner of the hot spring, said, "I'm in high school. I can fix your problems." While a geothermal expert was standing right in front of her, and somehow managed to convince the old man not only not to throw him out and call the police, but to give her a job.
She still has a mop and bucket in her
Yeah,
inventory.
she stole the mop and bucket, and now she's a criminal.
That's not true. You guys are still at the hot spring.
Now we're playing Shadowrun to break Miki-san out of prison.
No, we are not
Mop
switching
and
that
bucket
over.
thief. We then
Finally, we get to return to Shadowrun.
we then get a hint from the old woman sleeping outside that something is amiss, and we probably have to be dreaming to figure it out. So we end up entering the dream version of the hot springs area, and we find Toki, the giant salamander spirit of the hot springs. Toki was rather distraught. Toki was talking like his tongue was swollen and that he hadn't eaten in days, even though there was evidence to the contrary that offerings had been eaten. With a little bit of coaxing, we were able to notice that Toki was rather missing his tongue and had been replaced by a louse of sorts. We then proceeded to try and figure out what to do. One of us taunted the louse and then proceeded to get mind controlled and almost got the pulp beat out of her. A bunch of failed social roles later, Lena grabbed the seed of light from Rika's hand, jumped right towards the thing, ignoring the deftly ignoring any of this frostbolt nonsense coming out of this sea louse, and proceeded to one-shot it, ruining the storyteller's boss fight.
The ads didn't even spawn.
Yeah.
We went immediately to phase 3.
It's like when you go back 3 or 4 expansions in World of Warcraft and one shot a raid boss.
Yeah.
We then had to figure out how to get Toki a new tongue. Apparently, they can only be found at the bottom of the ocean. But this being the Dreamlands, all waters are connected. So, the people who weren't afraid of swimming jumped right on in without a care in the world and swam to the bottom of the ocean. Rika needed quite a bit of coaxing and almost drowned because she thought it would be a good idea to hold her breath at the bottom of the ocean.
Like a normal person.
Nope. You're supposed to breathe. We were then beset by a bunch of Naga-looking creatures and their queen, and told that if we wanted to get a new tongue for Toki, we had to play them a song, because it had been quite some time since they had heard anything. Lena fixed the organ, and between, I think, Miki and Rika, they managed to make a beautiful piece of music that moved the serpents to the point where I think we actually got a boon from them.
Correct. Yep.
And we also got the tongue. We got it back to Toki, and Toki transformed, and the heat from the hot springs came right back. Also purging all of the darkness from the area. One other result of this was Rika now has a forever friend, first of its kind.
Fuck off.
And that's kind of where we left off. Sophia didn't do a damn thing because this was meant to be a test. And yeah, we're pretty much at the point where it's now the weekend. We met up with Sophia, told her what was going on. She knew exactly what the issue was, much to the chagrin of some of the party members, not realizing that this indeed was a test, even though she said it several times. And that's where we're at.
That was an incredible recounting. Mostly because I can see your screens and there isn't any like thing you're reading off of, so I'm
I got
thoroughly
the
impressed.
brain.
Holy shit. So yeah, give yourself a luminous beat for that. Obviously. I think only 2 things to add.
Forgot what the boon was.
So the boon was each of you got either 1 dot in expression or 1 dot in intimidation, but it had to be
Right.
one that you didn't have any dots
Oh
in.
yeah, I got a
Right.
3 dot of expression.
Because bobbit
And
worm sirens are scary, yet
I
music
did
lovers.
that, yeah.
Bobbit
And
worms, that's what
then
it was.
The other thing
Oh yeah,
being,
Lena nearly died. That's the other thing.
yeah, Lena is not doing too hot. But speaking of dying, Rika died.
Yeah.
So, and we got to learn about how fun
Oh yeah, she jumped
gale
off the
marks
cliff.
are.
Oh, that's right. We started halfway into a dreamscape.
Yep.
It's a dreamscape.
I thought she died not this last session, but
She
the
might have.
session
It
before
might have been.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I know.
two
I knew it was
sessions
very
ago.
close to the end of that.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, it
probably
was
2
2 sessions
ago,
ago.
but that's fine.
So, yes, that is a pretty accurate
Yeah.
summary. And you guys we left off with basically everyone vibing out at, and I'll bring you to there.
Fua pancake.
No. You guys are enjoying a well-earned rest in the hot springs at the Red Salamander spa. Hold on.
I also can't draw.
Represents Himawari. Represents. So wait, you guys. Yeah, you can draw. You're currently drawing.
Yeah, and
all
then it goes
over
away.
No, it does not.
I don't see it.
I know. Could you just stop it though? Hold on.
Did
let
you
me-
change our tokens?
These should be. Oh well, yeah, technically, but they should still be representing you.
Oh dear.
I see a gray, like a dark gray and black map.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
This would be a lot easier if you guys stopped drawing. I'm trying to.
I'm
click on
not
the damn
drawing.
tokens.
blame Tyler.
I am drawing, but not on the computer.
Huh.
Stop drawing lewds.
I'll do what I want. Can't stop.
Hear ye, Twitch and YouTube. Tyler takes commissions, including lewd furries.
Okay.
Only 20,000 a furry.
True.
Hold on. Boom. So you don't see anything.
I don't see a damn thing.
I
Please
see
stop.
a grayed out version of the whole entire
Yeah, I
map.
can see
Please
you
move
guys.
your microphone. I don't like hearing you breathe.
You're on the token layer.
Why don't you just drag a new token from the character sheet?
I guess, but I changed all your tokens to the swimsuits.
Yeah,
Hold
which
on.
would be relevant.
What if I just... My apologies. Okay, there we
Hey, you
go.
fixed
No more
it.
dynamic lighting.
Oh, it was well and truly broken. I wonder if they finally made the switch where you have to use dynamic lighting 2.0.
Oh, gosh. Well, all the more reason to get over to Foundry as quickly as possible. All right, so... Hold on. There's some duplicates. Now can you see all of you in the hot spring?
Oh,
Yay!
Sophia
Yes.
with her.
Let me try refreshing my page.
Yep,
Yeah, I
Sophia
can.
is in a swimsuit.
Wow.
Oh my.
How lewd.
And I believe we finished off last session with you guys actually
Okay.
healed any and all, was it stun damage? Is that what it's called?
Bashing.
Bashing damage. And you also heal one lethal.
I think it was more than that. I think because I was like almost dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you took some healing from.
Me.
Yeah.
I know I helped with healing.
So, you guys are in the hot tub with Sophia, and she says, well, I gotta say, very well done. If you'd like, we can go to the WRC tomorrow, and you can meet everyone there. Would that be all right, or do you need a bit of some time to think about it?
Oh, tomorrow would be fine for me.
I suppose we can go to the WRC. I do want to wrap some stuff up here and see if Mr. Old Guy'll give me a permanent job.
Really? You're a superhero and you're worried about a job.
Says the one who never has any money and always needs to steal stuff to pay rent.
I don't
He
steal
has a
stuff.
job.
I have a job.
Hey, wait.
And I would
wait,
like a job.
Sophia, how far away is this place where we live?
What? We?
That's gonna depend on where you live. Hold on.
Yeah.
You all live in different places.
Okay, sorry. I'm the city we live in compared to this place. How far away is it? So we took the Tory Gate, so
Yeah, no. You guys could take a train.
We're in
home.
Detroit.
It's
okay.
Japan. There you can public transport goes everywhere.
Except when it doesn't, then you take a train.
Hold on, I'll mark it somewhere on the map. But for now, it's one train, like maybe 20
it's easy enough for that to happen. Okay.
Yeah. It's not so complicated that you have to plan your day around it or anything like that. But yeah, is everyone good with doing that?
Yeah, that seems
going
great.
to. Okay.
Mhm.
No surprise Fua pancake visits.
Oh,
Oh,
well, now that
wait,
you
now that
mention
you mention
it.
You know, that would be something Sophia would
And f-
absolutely want to do.
Yeah.
In fact, why don't you bring the WRC to us?
That would be difficult next to impossible in some cases.
What, you don't want a
I
team
mean,
building
the
day?
pancakes are worth it.
They are, and I might bring them some, but you know, there is a Tory gate right outside Fua Pancakes that would be perfect for us to go straight to there afterwards. I would recommend that we take a train to Fua Pancakes and then the Tory gate to the WRC.
But discussing bureaucratic nonsense is always better over pancakes.
I thought we
Oh,
were told
there's
not to
very
use
little
Tory gates
bureaucratic
unless, of course, it was
nonsense there.
an emergency.
Sapphire
Should we just do a
said
train
that,
all the way
but
through?
who the fuck's
So-
Sapphire now?
Tory gates are the only way to get to the WRC headquarters, and they managed to anchor it in such a way that it's significantly safer. In that it is the dream. You'll see when we get there.
Okay.
All right.
Someone write small just above Rika's head.
Yep.
Okay, so that isn't attached to a token.
I didn't do it, but I approve.
So you guys
That's the small
relax and
corner.
enjoy yourselves in the hot springs. You said you wanted to talk with the owner about getting a job. Okay,
Yes.
so we'll.
Well, you got grandma. You don't have grandpa. He's busy with this tech van.
Well, it's more of a. Grandpa's probably not allowed on this side of the hot spring.
Can I talk to Grandma?
Oh, sure. I mean, she'd probably be happy to offer you the job.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah. Let's talk to Grandma.
And
Oh yeah, wasn't she like a shrine maiden at one point?
correct. She is
And I can help with Toki snacks.
a modern day shrine maiden.
Toki snacks.
And she comes out with some fresh towels and she sets down some tea
Mhm.
and she starts to walk away. What do you do?
Oh.
Grandma Sunrise? I don't know.
Let me just look at my notes here.
Grandma, wait.
She even said her name. Hold on, where?
Her name is Nakano Kimi.
Oh,
Wow, look at you.
look at you. All right, awesome.
All right.
Let me see if that's actually in my notes anywhere, because now I'm curious.
All right. Let me know when you're ready for me.
Wow.
I wrote it down as soon as you said that because I'm like, this is an important person. I should write it down.
All right.
Doesn't she have like a character sheet?
She should. That's the weird thing.
Grandma got deleted. Grandma don't fucking exist.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not finding her in here. Okay, well, you said her name's Nakano?
Yeah, Nakano Kimi.
How do you spell the last name?
I guess because you didn't actually spell it in the session, but I
Oh.
put Kimi.
Okay, Kimi. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Kimi is
so,
the family name.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so I wade through the hot spring. I step out, grab a towel. Madam Kimi? Excuse me.
Oh, yes, dearie. How can I help you?
I bow my head. I'm like, could you please offer me a job as helping around the hot springs? I'd like to help with Toki and cleaning and just making sure everything is all right here.
Oh, my. Well, I would imagine you're quite busy. Are you sure you can take on all that extra work?
Absolutely. And
You-
besides, it'll look good for college.
You didn't even know where this is. You could be like 4 hours away from your house.
I mean, public transit, you magically can
We
get
know
there.
the name and we have cell phones and internet.
Yep. And bus
And
bus
buses.
passes, or not bus, whatever they have, train passes.
Mhm.
Whatever it is.
She says, "Okay, no, that's yes, of course. I'll have to talk with my husband about how we handle the pay and all that, and the GM will have to look at what the legal age is that you can get a job in Japan. But that sounds splendid. Thank
Well,
you."
Lena already has a job.
Yeah,
or
Lena
the-
has a job.
Lena is also 17.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I thought she was
Oh,
older than the
yeah.
rest of us.
I think
By a lot.
Yeah, I think she's older than all of you.
She is.
By
I
a
think so too.
By a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she approves of having you here as an assistant. What's
15,
15.
under
15.
15 full years, whatever the fuck that means.
okay?
Oh, children under 18 may be employed outside of school hours in light labor that is not dangerous or harmful.
Okay. So
Underground work is also forbidden.
she says she would be happy to have your assistance, and she'll have to talk to her husband about how the official capacity would be of that. But
Okay.
she bows her head and says, "You can." As for the hot springs, you can come here anytime. You saved us, really, you did.
Yay.
Yay.
Thank you so much.
I did promise Toki a gift, so yes.
I got to turn the music down. I didn't hear what Nick said.
Yeah.
I said I do need to come back because I promise Toki.
Yeah,
a
you
gift.
promised Toki some fish.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Back.
better than what I did last time.
Is there anything else anyone wants to do before the next day, essentially?
I would like to sleep for a week straight.
I can offer you 1 night of sleep.
Damn it!
I can't do anything until we go to the WRC, so I'm fine.
Flee!
Okay.
Flee. Flee.
Rico wants.
I will say I probably will study.
Okay.
So sorry.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the finals that are coming up.
Sorry,
In,
Tyler,
like,
I
2
interrupted
weeks.
you.
Yes,
Uh,
I will also be studying my social studies.
Rico wants to spend time with
Her best friend
best
that
friend.
she doesn't know the
yep,
fucking.
Mikami.
Mikami.
For some reason, I
Kimi.
keep thinking Makoto, and that's not the right name.
Of course, she's got the name tag. Why doesn't?
Actually, Tom,
Yes.
I just a reminder myself. We said that tomorrow's plan is we go to Fuafua and then take a torii gate to the place, right?
Yep. To the WRC.
Mm-hmm.
This will be our first time going there.
Yes.
Remember that thing I asked you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do that.
Okay. All right. So I will require. Well, first of all, what do you plan on cooking
Okay.
or baking?
I'm trying to think what it would be. You know what I'm
Oh.
gonna try to make?
Yeah.
Cake pops.
Cake pops. Okay. Craft plus. I'm gonna say. What's a good cooking? I feel like wits comes up in cooking a lot. Wits or maybe
Craft.
dexterity.
Cooking is a craft roll.
Yeah. Cooking's craft.
Or intelligence.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Never mind.
Yeah. So I would say make a cooking or sorry, a craft plus wits, and you can add this as your specialization.
Okay, so that gives me +1, right?
Yes.
So 5 dice.
Okay, cool. You make some cake pops. How many cake pops are you making? Like 20 of them?
I was gonna try 30.
Okay, 30. That sounds good to me. They're little. They're little, so that probably isn't a problem.
Yeah.
All right. So
does that work for what I asked?
yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
And then, so you guys all turn in for the night.
Nap time.
Yep, and you enjoy. You all fall asleep relatively at the same time, and it's you're all kind of expecting to ease into dreams, but
Can we flip?
instead
Fuck.
you ease into something else.
Oh, spooky.
You all feel
Oh fuck.
completely just
That is hard to look at.
almost your senses are barraged with just static, audio, visual, smells, taste. You feel like pins and needles. You're unable to move. And this goes on for what seems like forever. This is unlike anything you've experienced before. And over time, it starts to fade away a little by little. And you find yourself in a strange place, floating above these weird arcane sigils on the ground.
Hey, wait a minute.
And you feel as though you're unable to move.
I've seen him before.
You have. You can barely perceive him in the periphery of your vision. And he seems to be... He looks like he has his hands and fingers out as if he is typing something. And he looks very frustrated, very anxious. And he sees...
Can I tell anything from that, like technology-wise, or no?
Well, the thing is, like, you can tell that he's typing on something, but that's just based on his hands. You don't physically see anything there.
Oh.
So
Okay.
it could be that whatever he's typing on, you just can't perceive it. Instead, you perceive this. And he's looking around and he sees the five of you in distress. And he says, oh God, no, oh, shit. Fuck. And the sigil behind him shimmers, and you see a woman appear.
Hang on a minute.
She's blonde, rather snappily dressed. She has what looks like an old kind of like a Walkman on her hip and some old headphones. And she rushes out of the circle and
Guys,
she shouts, Paz, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, his name is Paz!
I was trying to get them more information. They're not going to make it in time. Paz, you're a bloody moron. How many of these dream messages have you sent to them already? Just one each night to each of them? Paz, no! You can't be serious. That's too much. And she shoves him aside and she starts typing on whatever this invisible thing is. And she says, Paz, you didn't even bloody encrypt them. These are just straight memories. We don't know who else could be seeing these dreams that they're having. The Dynasty could be watching them. How was I supposed to know that? And why is everything static? Why is the blackout event already happening? That never happened this early. They're going to run out of time. Think about it, Paz. They had to blossom in this initial run. So they let off a beacon of mana. If the GOC was able to spot it, the Dynasty probably did too. That coupled with your daily bloody Five messages. You gave them everything they needed to know. They must have made their move ahead. They must have moved their plans ahead of time as a reaction. No, there's nothing we can do about this. We'll just have to hope they get it next time. I thought this was supposed to work better, Cass. It will. You just have to give them a few chances. Now move over. I need to clean up your mess. I'm so sorry, girls. Let's just have some nice dreams tonight, okay? And she starts typing away. And this weird...
Anyone getting that Amelia Pond Doctor Who feeling?
A little bit.
Kinda.
The weird place fades away. And you are back in your homes.
And now we're spirit detectives.
And for the rest of the night, you have relatively pleasant dreams. Most of them are about cooking or animals or playing around at school. It's just pleasant dreams, but you recognize them to be just what you had before.
Ah, we now live in a society.
And you get this sense that something's been turned off, maybe? But you awaken the next day, and you feel rather refreshed, all things considered. You each gain 1 willpower, due to it being a full night's rest.
Bless.
And, but yeah, it was, you all shared that same dream, and you were aware that the rest of you were in there. You all shared in the static experience. You all had the same, I guess, vision, which has never happened before. Usually it's all separate. So,
Do we
you
heal
all
a lethal
awaken...
or no?
Huh?
Do we
It's
heal
one
a
every
lethal
2
or no?
days.
Oh, it's 2 days. Okay, never mind.
Yep, every 2
Normie.
days. So tomorrow night you'll heal 1 lethal. And so you all wake up to a text from Sophia, and she says, meet me at Fua Fua in an hour. So excited. Smiley face.
Oh boy.
And she also says, brunch is on me.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Himari
Yeah. Lena
is just unbelievable. Like, free food.
It's like that scene where like they're so prepared and ready to go. You see the blanket gets tossed aside and they're fully dressed.
Yeah, no, it's kind of basically what happened.
Shoes on and everything. Like, I'm ready to go.
All right, let me just make sure I'm on the right Fua Fua map.
Right, Fua Fua.
Well,
There's a
there
wrong
was a
Fua Fua map?
There was a Fua Fua map
Oh,
that was supposed to
yeah,
be
I
Lena's
have a
memory,
Oh, yeah.
where specifically Snooze hadn't
Snooze
existed
doesn't
yet.
exist.
So I'm just going to grab that real quick. And I'm also going to grab Sophia's new art.
She's still walking around town in her bathing suit because
No.
she don't give a fuck.
While you're
I
doing
mean,
that, Rika sends a like group text to the other 4,
Mhm.
and just saying, "What was that dream last night?"
Mm.
I don't know, but when I find Paz, I'm gonna kick his ass.
I don't know, but something tells me we should start looking into lore history of where we live. The bell, everything. I've heard that there's been
What bell?
given another chance over and over again. I'm getting some weird vibes.
Do they know about the bell?
Time is a
Well, I
flat
just
circle.
I think keep thinking they're throwing magical girls at this, and we're just the next iteration.
So we're cannon fodder.
Excuse me, I am not disposable.
I
So
mean,
you guys can continue this argument. You're just outside of Fua Fua Pancakes at the time.
I don't know. I think the WRC knows some things, and I think Sophia knows a lot more than she's leading on.
Well, that's obvious.
Oh, you're probably right.
But
But food!
pancakes.
Sophia!
Sophia gives Himari a big hug.
Oh,
And she just goes around giving the rest of you hugs, and she says, "I'm so excited! Oh, this is going to be great. I will make. I've got our table all ready. So come on, come sit down. And let's go ahead and DDoS Fuwa Pancakes' menu
Hi,
for like the
Snooze.
sixth
You're looking
time.
cute in blue today.
Snooze. I'm all right. I'm gonna have you roll for this at the very least.
Rude.
I'm gonna say this is presence plus in. I feel like teasing is intimidation.
Yeah. Would it be a direct threat?
No,
Damn it!
Direct threat.
I don't think so.
Yeah, 3.
Let's play. Does Snooze have a character sheet?
No, she was too busy taking a nap.
I like that game.
Huh? Oh.
I said I like that game.
Yep. Where is Snooze?
Literally 20
Missing
feet.
along with Grandma.
Oh, delinquents. Here we go.
Delinquent.
I love how you have a whole
Yep, she has a
entire
character
section
sheet.
called
Just-
Delinquent.
Tom, just
More
so
like-
just so I've declared it, before bed last night,
Yeah,
Rika
You brushed your
also-
teeth.
Yes, definitely that. But also, Rika made six seeds of light,
Oh, nice.
Yes.
which is what
Sno-
those
Snooze and-
expression and manipulation rolls were.
Does her dress
Okay.
turn red as well as her face?
Does her what?
Does her dress turn red as well as her face?
Nope. She's not bleeding. No, she just she sees you, she hears you, she immediately stands stock still, grits her teeth,
Wink.
rolls her eyes, and turns around before Sophia says, "Oh, waitress."
Wink. Yeah.
Welcome to Fuwa Fuwa Pancakes. Can I take your order? My name is.
News.
No, she has to use her real name.
My name is Maiko. How can I be of assistance? I'll have the usual, of course, and this is all on me.
What was the name
I
of the
shall have-
pancake place?
Fuwa Fuwa Pancakes.
No, the DDoSed one.
Yeah, Fuwa Fuwa Pancakes.
God dang.
Fuwa Fuwa Pancakes is the actual. This is a real
It's
restaurant.
a real restaurant in
Tom,
Canada. I
Tom,
think.
I just want you. Hamari selects 5 things and says these.
Okay.
Himari's the worst person to take
Yes.
pay for their food.
Fact, you just doubled
What an
the.
asshole.
Just straight up doubled the bill.
Well, it
Hey,
gets balanced
my
out.
vice is food. My vice is food.
It gets balanced out by Michi, who only orders a coffee like she does every other time. So that's all she's ordering.
Unless you're gonna eat 2 or 3 things. No, it doesn't.
You don't remember the first time I came here, I ordered one of everything and actually ate it all.
Yup. But someone else wasn't paying for it last time.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, we haven't paid. Well, we've only paid for it once, out of the
Mhm.
many times that we've been there. We've only
Tom,
paid
forget
once.
when you go
Oh.
when you use a sorry.
Just,
When you enable
just
a-
message me what you're ordering. I'll be right back.
Alright, I need me the raspberry and caramelized banana pancake. Whoops.
I'll have the matcha pancakes, as usual,
He's not here. Why would you have
Hey.
matcha? Blech!
because
I like dirt.
I don't know. It's what Rika's ordered every time.
You could get the Nutella banana pancake.
Blech.
What, you don't like bananas?
I don't like Nutella.
What? We can't be friends anymore.
No, wait, come back.
No, you don't like Nutella.
It just means you get more of it. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Japanese pudding. Oh, I want a real Japanese pudding. Those trapezoidal shaped wonders with fucking caramel drizzled on them. Oh, I need a place around here that has them. I know I can get them online, but well, Twitch, welcome to Dead Air by
Yeah.
People Got Up to Pee
Is that what happened?
and make tea. And you're not asking your streamer to post anything.
Well,
Okay.
By the way, Rika has succeeded in ordering the wrong pancake.
no.
Eh? What is there a short stack?
There's a matcha
Wow.
pancake.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, take your matcha pancake with you. Blah! It's even got red bean in it.
Ah.
Trying to find the menu.
You didn't
Oh my
just
God.
Google fufu pancakes
I'm looking at
Japanese
it right
souffle?
now.
Oh,
I'm looking
okay.
at it right now.
I just linked it. Guys, we need to go to Toronto.
Yeah. I know.
Can we have session 1 of season 2 in Fufu Pancakes
I'm okay
in
with that.
Toronto?
If everyone is willing to get their passport
Fuck
for
yes.
just for a meme like this.
You fucking
This
know
is the
it.
best meme.
Hey.
Hey.
All right.
Raspberry and caramelized banana looks so good.
Man, if we ever get a viewer in Toronto.
Hey,
Like-
Toronto boy, hit me up.
Nah, Rika's gonna have.
Tom,
the
like
fufu
I said, I
signature.
literally just chose 5 from the menu
Yep.
and said these.
Oh, I know.
Hey,
I-
Sophia,
I hope they're
Yeah?
all matcha.
I love you very much.
No.
Thank you for the food.
Oh, that's sweet. Of course. You're welcome.
That'll be $5.
But quick question:
Hmm.
do you know who
signature.
the dynasty is?
Yeah, who's Paz?
The dynasty. Oh, the dynasty. We'll talk about Japanese history once the food's all ordered. And she kind of like
Oh.
she kind of leans her head over towards Snooze. Because yeah, Snooze is still
Sure.
here taking
Sure.
orders.
Yep.
And what?
Do.
It was weird. Dream. Yes, dream.
Ah, that's better.
We'll get the tiramisu pancakes and the Nutella latte.
See, she knows what to order.
Okay.
Rika.
Just copy pasted
I
into
ordered the fufu signature.
the Princess the Shit posting.
How are you mad at me?
What Michiko? Poppy, what is Poppy gonna have?
A
I hope that
coffee.
Zeus doesn't call me Poppy, but
No.
Just
I the GM am calling you Poppy.
okay. I like I mentioned before, I'm just getting like a basic coffee with
Okay.
a creamer or something like that.
All
with an
right.
extra shot of espresso.
Is that everyone? I think so. Okay. Snooze goes off to take the order to the kitchen, and Sophia leans in and goes, "The dynasty, right? The dynasty. Well, among the various problems that the WRC has to deal with, the dynasty is probably one of the biggest ones. The darkness crops up everywhere on its own, but the dynasty is an organized faction. Hatter explains this so much better, and so does Sven. But basically, the dynasty is like a 1,000 or 2,000-year-old kingdom of Chinese vampires.
Oh.
And yeah, they have been trying to do all sorts of really, really bad things. Specifically in Japan. I'm sure they do bad things over in China and in Korea, and I think they're also in the Philippines. But we occasionally, we run into their schemes. But where did you hear about the dynasty? It's
Why aren't they after us?
they're after you.
Assumingly.
Well, that's what Paz and Kaz said.
Paz seem to have said, yeah.
Paz. Oh, you mean Topaz? Yeah, Cassio. She sometimes calls Topaz Paz. She's a little strange. She's one of the mages at the WRC. You'll meet her today. And
Well, I've got some words for her.
okay, well, that's good.
I explained the dream in Airhead, and it's like, so yeah, all 5 of us showed up in a dream, and they were saying stuff about how
The
he was
same
giving us
dream.
same dream, but giving us dreams, and that he shouldn't have been giving us dreams. It was basically memories.
That's very weird. I'm afraid I don't know anything about that. Topaz is one of the mages. I think he handles the magical maintenance of the WRC headquarters, and I think he also handles the power there.
Apparently, he's
if that
been
makes any sense.
handling our dreams.
The same
And
Topaz?
said something about a blackout coming sooner than last time.
No, I'm afraid you lost me.
Would that be the same Topaz as the previous generation?
Yes,
us?
Topaz. He was. I guess he kind of latched on to your previous generation. Yes. That's
Iteration.
why he has a gemstone name. And Cassio is I think she said, I know time, and then she said another thing is probability or fate or something like that. I don't know a whole lot about mages. I can't really answer a lot on that.
Okay.
But it's very strange if you had to run into.
We were just sleeping, and all of a sudden we showed up in a dream all together in sigils and.
So, no, that seems bizarre. I don't really know much about dream interpretation. Sven could probably help you. He's kind of like a yoga instructor kind of guy. He's really good with meditation. But hold on, Amanda, you wanted to. I would say it would be wits plus empathy.
For all of us?
No.
So Himawari. So you're trying to see if she's kind of withholding any information?
Yeah.
That would be empathy plus, I want to say wits.
Yeah, I'd say wits or intelligence. Cause in real life, it is called emotional intelligence. So.
I feel like wits is more of a, perceiving something, whereas intelligence is processing it.
Gotcha. I mean, it's the same dots for me either way.
Can I roll that too?
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone can roll wits plus empathy to kind of get a gauge on her emotionally.
Tom, what would I roll for the thing I asked you?
For your research,
Would it be intelligence and computer again?
so you're trying to look for public records.
Oh, wait, that's not right.
I'm trying to.
Wait.
Okay, so kind of. Oh, sorry.
It is
I'm
right.
I'm trying
Oh, yeah,
to
that is
kind of
correct.
search like how the like how like in Supernatural the Winchesters search for hanky things that they could go and like research and something like that. Something where it's like I'm looking for certain flags like things
So
where mysterious people
I
are or people are missing or something like that or like weird things that are burning
So
down.
I'm gonna say for that you need a lot more context. There is the all of the girls went missing on the mountain thing, which
Mhm.
is still airtight. None of that. There hasn't been any new public information about that.
But can I look for like maybe either other missing people in the past like year or maybe unexplained fires or other things where there's like
Uh,
property damage?
but
Anything like that.
here's the thing. You're just kind of looking in general.
Yeah,
Like
I'm not
you need
expecting
something to.
anything big or like a bomb or anything like that, but I'm just saying like can I search for things that like maybe like look for a trend within the past like year or maybe like something where I'm like this just seems weird and then I'll look into it later?
I guess. Computer plus intelligence.
Okay.
I still feel like I'm not sure what the framing of this is.
Well, you remember when Himari or not Himari, Miki-san was saying that she wanted to look more into uh the history of like why or like anything that would go with why this is happening to us and why it's happened to the past generations. And I'm hoping that there's a paper trail or some type of hint that would lead us into more clues. That's
Well,
kind of more what I'm
that's the
trying to get into.
thing. You're looking into princesses, right?
Yeah, but I would assume like the thing with the missing people, there was a paper trail of hey, there's missing people. The thing with because I know that we've all
Okay,
shared
okay.
dreams. Lena said that there was a
Roll the
fire.
computer intelligence, and
Okay.
we'll parse it out after that.
Okay.
Rika, it appears you're the only one that had any successes. So you're gathering that the your general view on how Sophia is reacting is she's uncomfortable, not because she's withholding information, but because she kind of wants to give off this big sister vibe, and you guys are asking her questions that she isn't able to like confidently answer on. She likes being in control and being the authority and being like the big sister, and like all these questions about the dynasty and about like dreams and all this stuff is stuff that she hasn't encountered. Yeah, and so she's like really kind of like she wants to be someone that you look up to, but you're this isn't her wheelhouse at all. Michiko Akamoto, you do find a trend that missing person cases, um, difficult to explain deaths, and um, like basically unfortunate like incidental deaths happened at a like 20 to 30% higher frequency starting about 16 years ago in mostly girls between the age of uh, 13 to 17, but a lot of the stuff points towards like human trafficking and like stuff like that. And so there isn't really any. Most of the official explanations involve like terrorism or kidnapping or sex trafficking or stuff like that. So, but there is statistics to say that something happened about 16 years ago that started to spike young girls in Japan meeting unfortunate ends.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm gonna hold off on saying this until we're not like in a public place,
Hmm.
because I don't think that that's appropriate subjects when there's other people listening. But I will note it for later.
Okay.
Time is a flat circle.
What? Oh, time is a flat circle. Snooze comes back with all your food. And she says, anything else?
No, thank you.
Thank you, Snooze.
Okay. Thank you for your continued business.
You like us.
I think she's really warming up to us.
Yeah.
I know, right? Oh, I think she loves me.
And me.
Before I forget,
Mm-hmm.
last night I made us all something, and I take out the cake pops.
Oh, you
they
shouldn't
better not
have.
be penis shaped.
They're 100%.
And she-
No, they're regular cake pops with a
Yep.
Sure they are.
stick in them.
Yeah.
Sophia takes one and just pops it right in her mouth, and she just, her eyes are closed, and she's just in this, just floating away and in bliss. And she's like, this is so good. Thank you.
Give her a penis pop.
They're regular ball shaped.
Yep, they're regular cake pops.
Ball shaped, huh?
Oh my.
That's how cake pops are.
They're cubes.
You can't
There.
win this.
They're cubes.
Anyway,
Polyhedrons.
Thank you, Himari.
so yeah, everybody gets 5.
Good
5.
lord.
Holy shit.
5 cake pops.
Himari's trying
Well,
to fatten
5.
us up.
Well,
Wait, you're not having any?
no, that's including because 1, 2, 3. Go. So
Each
Oh,
one
yeah,
containing
6, yeah.
5?
yeah, I made 30.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean... Oh, okay, so you just made it for the people here, not, like, for everyone you're gonna run into at the WRC.
I
Hello,
said I
I'm
was
Himari.
making it
Have
for
a
my
cake pop.
friend.
I know, right? That's what I thought she was gonna do. I thought she was
And
just
you
gonna,
get a
hi,
cake
I'm
pop, and you
Amari,
get a
have a
cake
cake
pop."
pop. Hello, I'm
You know
Amari,
what?
have a cake pop.
No, Tom. I'm gonna run with this. There's a great idea. I am
Yeah, I
gonna
was
run
gonna
with
say,
that.
that's what I figured. You're gonna run into, like, more than just 5 people at the WRC, so you might as well, like,
Make a
hold
good
on
impression.
to...
Make
Okay,
yeah. Okay,
All
so
right.
everybody here gets a cake pop. So I'm down.
okay.
I'm
You're
down.
down to 25.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
24 if Hamari has one.
She declared that she is not having any.
Okay, never mind.
And so you guys enjoy the ever delicious foo pancakes along with Hamari's cake pops.
Yeah.
And
Somehow
glad-
Hamari is still done before any of you.
I'm so glad I'm
I believe it.
on the other side of the table.
Right.
you're not in the splash zone.
Yeah.
/hand possible consumption zone.
I mean, you go after Sophia's, you might pull back a stub.
Oh, I am stuffed.
This was good. Thank you very much, Sophia.
Oh, of course, don't mention it. Are you all ready?
Sure.
Yes, definitely.
Yep, I'm ready to go.
Okay.
As ready as I'll ever be.
So, just to let you know, like I said, this will be in the Dreamlands. The WRC headquarters is in the Dreamlands. So we are not taking a Torii Gate to there. It's in the Torii Gate. So,
I see.
once we take you there, and once you are approved, then you will have access to the WRC headquarters at any time, as long as you can get to a Torii Gate. But for today, since I'm the only one that can access it, I will pay the tab, so to speak. So, let's head on over.
Oh, that was a question I was going to ask. Since it's in the dream world, do we actually have to use a wisp in order to get to
Well,
there.
she's gonna pay the wisp for this.
Yeah, I know that's
Yay!
fine.
Oh, God,
I
I
just
moved
want.
my
I was
character
that was
off
the
the
reason I
map.
was gonna ask, but yeah.
Now you done it.
I'm back.
Hello.
All right. So that takes us to the Tory network,
Woo.
Ah.
and you guys are currently with Sophia in front of the Fua Fua pancakes.
So we have Rabbit, Toki, Photo Club, the one that burned down. Where is the one that burned down?
You note that it's no longer here.
Oh shit.
So, she is going to take you directly to the rabbit.
God damn it. Hey,
And
hey, Miki. I'm sure your favorite rabbit is here.
so you guys pop out of the Tory gate
Oof.
inside a garden. And
Konnichiwa.
you appear in front of two massive toad-looking individuals in full samurai garb. Hold on, this music is quite loud. I love the music, but I can't even hear myself talk.
You're hearing music?
Do I see
Yes.
Oswaldo anywhere?
Everywhere.
Yeah, I'd say that's accurate. There's a lot of Oswaldos.
Oswaldo.
Oh. Oh my.
And
All
so
right.
Sophia takes a couple of steps
Why is
ahead.
that one in the tree?
Hold on.
Come back here, little.
Hold
Wait.
on.
I look
Oh
up.
my God!
Per,
That is so adorable.
per my goals and aspirations, I see Oswaldo's plural, and I immediately chase after the first one I see.
I'm gonna need athletics plus. I'm gonna need dexterity plus brawl to try to grab one.
Oh, I want an Oswaldo.
Sophia, can we pick up the rabbits?
You can try, but here it is. And she spreads her hands out. Welcome to the WRC.
Is this a pet? Is this a pet
This
store
is
for
incredibly
rabbits?
important. I'm spending a willpower.
Okay.
Do I
I
see
need
Henry?
the money. Hey. I kind of want to.
What do you? Yep, you managed to snatch up. You managed to snatch up Oswaldo,
As it disappears.
and you just have him in your hands, and he's squirming,
Aw.
and he's making bunny noises.
He's trying to stomp on you because he's mad.
Yep, he's kicking his little feet.
I
Make sure you hold
pet
his back.
him and try and calm him down.
I'm gonna need Animal Ken plus presence.
Oh.
And while you're doing that,
Do I
so
get a +1 for Linus?
no, you get a -2 because Oswaldo doesn't like you right now.
No.
You just scooped him up.
You should have brought a pancake. He would have loved that.
True.
Cake pops.
Oh,
baby.
Cake pop the
So,
rabbit.
what did you roll?
A 2.
Okay. Oswaldo is. He is just kind of like fine. I
This
don't-
is my life
I still
now.
don't. Yeah, I still don't like this, but he's not
I
kicking
I
anymore.
pull out my cake pop
Oh.
and I break off half and I feed it to Oswaldo.
He nibbles away at it, and Sophia is going to say, "Oh, you caught Oswaldo." One of them. Yeah, they
Go-
just
I go
kind
to
of-
this one and try to offer it a cake pop.
the one that's on top of the Tory gate. That's
Oh,
technically-
I look
that
at-
is on. Okay.
I look at Sophia and tell her, "Well, this one is mine now."
By all means, take it. I don't think you can take it through the Tory gate, but there's plenty
We'll
of
find a
Oswaldo
way.
to spare.
I'll find a way.
Okay, I didn't realize that was on top of the Tory gate.
Yep. So this is Kodo and Modo. They are in charge of security. One of them tips, bows, and the other one tips his hat.
I've seen enough.
I
EDF.
go over to each of them and say, "Cake pop."
Oh, why? Thank you.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Hello, I'm Hamari.
Hi. Why, thank you. And they both bow and like just kind of stick and all like just toss the cake pop into their massive mouths.
Oh, hey Tom, I reached my aspiration.
There you go. Get a beat.
Cool.
Can I try to get this Oswaldo with a cake pop?
Animal can plus presence +2 for cake pop. And Sophia's going to point over to the stairs to the right, and she's going to say, and that is our chief of security, Komodo.
Okay, sorry, you said animal cannon what?
Presence.
Look, Rika, it's a beefcake.
Oh. A beefcake.
Why is my...
Ah!
When Komodo met these two, Kappa, out in the Dreamlands, they asked him what his name was, and then they just stole parts of his name. So that's why they're called Kodo and Modo.
That's the best form of flattery.
Tom, I got 3 successes.
You have a happy Oswaldo in your arms.
Aww.
And of course, the big boss himself. I would like to introduce you to the head of all of the nobles, the oldest noble in the WRC and possibly in all of Japan, Kiddo. And you just see this old man in a suit. And he says, I really wish you would stop calling me that. It's Kiddo!
I hand out a cake pop. Cake pop?
Here you go, little boy.
Thank you. And he puts it in a pocket in his trench coat.
Oh, I was expecting him to eat the whole thing sticking off.
Would like to welcome you to the WRC. I would like to welcome you all to the WRC. As it turns out, it's nice to know that you were able to come here in such short notice, as we are short-staffed in Kyoto. And Sophia interrupts him and goes, Kiddo, do the thing, do the thing, do the thing. And you just see the man roll his eyes and sigh. And there is this whirl and a sudden flash of light. And you see 100 doves fly in from the air and cover him for a moment. And he reappears in a full magician's outfit in a puff of smoke. And he says, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and it is an honor to serve the Queen of Hearts. I am Kiddo.
Ah, he transformed.
Komodo, do you want a cake pop?
Rika bows and says it's a pleasure to meet you as well.
Sophia is going to chirp in. He's 26 years old.
What?
And Kiddo says, yes. So, as you may have encountered in the Dreamlands, dying or being exposed to them for too long will inflict gale.
Looks
Our
over at
resident
Rika.
expert on that, Hatter, can explain that better than I, but yes, I am 26 years old. I met an unfortunate fate in that I was trapped in a sand hourglass and died of old age.
Oof.
So I was unable to recover quickly enough, so now the 30 years that have been added to my age are permanent.
So wait, you're the oldest.
Wait.
At 26, you're the oldest prince here, or a magical person here, and therefore, like, now we have to know that
in the real world, I am or was 26 years old. I still technically only have been around for 26 years. I was cursed with an additional 30 years through a death in the Dreamlands and being unable to recover from a gale mark. Several gale marks.
Rika steps forward and kind of looks at him and goes, "Wait, so this could be permanent?" And just kind of like points at the fluttering clothes and hair.
Oh,
and...
no.
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
My case was rather expedited. I was trapped in the Dreamlands for some time.
Oh,
So the effects took hold. You could still recover. In fact, we'll make sure to get you some donuts to handle that.
not gonna lie, I don't think she wants to.
Donuts?
Well, Hatter can explain that much better than I can. He is the resident expert. In fact, he is the WRC's only permanent resident and its founder. But yes, I am a 26-year-old man. I was one of the first nobles in Japan. And now I serve the WRC, helping people like you acquiesce to your new life. Now, there's a lot to go over, and we'll be contacting your school and your parents. We'll be contacting your school and your parents and setting up an internship program at the Miyoshi Mononoke Museum in Hiroshima.
I'm sorry, parents?
I don't have parents.
Yes,
Parents don't know magic exists.
that is why we are doing this. We are setting you up with an internship so that your unexplained absences for extended periods of time, since it's over in Hiroshima, which is 300 kilometers away, can be explained to both your parents and your school. I'm sure they'd be thrilled to know that you'll be getting an internship at your young age.
But my job,
so can
my
I
apartment.
actually put this on my, resume and college applications?
Absolutely. And we will be sure to make sure that all works out.
Because this whole princess thing, it's interesting for now, but I still
That
want
is-
a, normal, non-magical life.
I'm glad you recognize that, and he puts his hand on your shoulder. Your predecessors, I'm afraid it's possible that they had too much stress in their life, and these new policies are to make sure that you have some balance in your life. I swear when I
Balance.
wrote this, I did not know you were doing that.
Balance.
But we will be, well, yes.
As all things should be.
Okay, well that's good. As long as we don't have to write, I don't know, book reports.
No, absolutely not.
Why would I
You're-
want balance when I'm a queen here?
You
You are far from a queen.
you serve a queen.
I am a queen.
Okay. Well, we'll get that all figured out. But yes, because you'll be unfortunately missing classes in some of your extracurricular activities, we had to adjust, and this internship is a good way to kind of give you something for all that.
Wait, you're saying I'm going to be missing classes? I'm going to be missing notes? How am I supposed to get an A in my classes if I'm not actually there for class?
Well, like I said, we will work with you on that. It's important that you get good grades. It's important that you are able to have a normal life. It's also important that your parents, the school, and the
So-
general public don't know that you are a princess.
An
'Kay.
internship implies that we're doing work for free.
It's a cover.
If you're gonna be
You will
taking
not-
care of my grades, does that mean I don't have to worry about math anymore?
Well, that will be something that we'll have to discuss. Like I said, we have a liaison here from the GOC. They're the ones with the actual authority to do that. Oh, I'm sorry. The Global Occult Coalition.
Whoop.
Okay, you still didn't answer my question about this whole working for free thing.
You're not actually going to be working an internship at a museum. That is the public excuse.
What will we actually be doing, and will it be paid?
You will. If you need money, then yes, we can absolutely provide you with money. The idea is if you are interested in joining the WRC, then yes, that would be a position in which you would be given room, board, and we would teach you and help you own your skills as a noble.
So where is the contract with all the benefits and all that stuff?
That would be something that could be negotiated. Wow. How old are you?
Shrewd.
You're quite sharp for your age.
As long as my grades don't suffer, I think I'll be fine.
Tom,
Well,
does Komodo accept the cake pop?
yes, of course, Komodo's. He doesn't say a word, and he just kind of like starts. He
Nibbling.
like, yeah, pops it in his mouth and then starts chewing on the stick.
Puts it in his gun.
He picks his teeth with it like it is a giant toothpick.
Nice.
Okay.
And Kiddo's going to say, "Look, I'm 26 years old and I'm in a management position in something that I never wanted to do. I never got to finish high school. So if you could just go easy on me, dude."
So you know what it's like.
Yes.
Hands out, palm, does this.
I understand that I look like I am much older than I am,
Oh my god.
but like, come
You're
on.
26. That is old.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Ow.
Miki,
I'll get you
You're
in touch
my
with
heart.
the liaison.
you're being a straight up grade A asshole.
Do you have any other questions? And of course, you don't have to make this decision today. But since you are here and you are now have access and know where our secret
Yeah, very
headquarters is, it's kind of implied. Although we could just leave you out to the wolves. That is the
I heard
other
something
option.
about donuts.
I would like a tour.
Of course, a tour. That sounds great. Sophia,
That's
could you
something
give
you
them
can-
a tour?
I would like an Oswaldo. So rude to the prince.
Yes, ask Hatter about his dreamless donuts. You'll need those to deal with the gale marks.
If she wants to.
You'll want to.
And I'm just carrying around a Oswald.
40 cake pops in a Tupperware.
At this point,
And Oswaldo is your pet.
it's down to
Yeah,
technically down to 21.
there's a lot of Oswald.
Sorry, down
So-
to 19. 19.
Sophia is going to head up the path,
Ah,
and she is
get out of
going
there.
to knock on the door here.
Stop crowding me. Stop it.
Yeah, there's no grid. She slides the door open and says, "We're here!" And you just see a nun.
With
wake
a
up.
gun.
Hey Tom, I don't have
God.
control of my character.
You don't have control of your character?
I do. Oh wait,
There's
there
no
we go.
grid. You have to.
Yeah, there's
just
no grid. You
drag.
have to actually physically
Oh.
move your token around. And yes, you see a nun who is currently trying to play chess with a rabbit.
I remember you.
Is she losing? Please tell me she's
Is
losing.
the rabbit winning?
The rabbit is
What-
currently cleaning itself.
What side of the table has the gun?
You don't see any guns.
Hmm.
But I remember her.
Guns and
Can I-
nuns.
Can
Are
I
you
look at the
saying out loud
chessboard
that
and
you
see if
remember
the
her?
rabbit's winning?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I blurred out none with a gun. I remember her.
Do the rest of us remember her?
Nope.
And so as soon as you say that, she stands up and says, "Wait, I don't know who you are. Who are you?" And Sophia interjects and goes, "Sister Abernathy, these are they're the new princesses. I'm so sorry. Obviously you haven't met each other, right?"
Cake pop?
Speak for yourself.
She takes the cake pop and kind of sniffs it and puts it in her mouth.
I've met an alive version of her and a dead version.
The rabbit is winning, but after a couple of seconds, you notice that Sister Abernathy is playing both sides of the chessboard.
Oh. Okay.
She's flipping it around like in that Pixar short.
Yes. Himari,
Hmm.
you Yeah, Himari.
Yep.
No, you're Himawari.
Oh.
Oh my god. Get different names, you two.
Yamamoto. Yeah, right. Yamamoto. You turn around and you see a rather tall individual in a long black coat and a
Oh my.
bird mask and a top hat.
Cake pop.
Cake pop? Yeah, no, it's
The figure takes the cake pop, kind of spins it around in their hand, and they go, "Is this for me?"
yes.
Oh, right, thank you. Oh, it's so nice. I'll have to keep it. I can't really take off the suit while I'm here. You must
Hey.
be the new girls.
Oh, hi. Yes, I'm Himari.
Hi, yes. Oh, nice
Yes.
to meet you. She shakes your hand. My name is Poe.
Oh dear.
I'm kind of our resident transmuter.
Of the Edgar kind.
I handle the transmutation matter, and I am also kind of the one that handles instances of death. But
Oh.
I'm also our head chef.
Oh.
Don't be
Wait.
taken aback by the suit. I only have to wear it while I'm here.
There's some Sweeney
I'm
Todd ass shit going on in here.
I kind of have an extra sensitivity to gale marks here, and this is a magically acclimated suit that allows me to be here.
Don't get
But
closer.
I also manage the museum, so if you ever are in Hiroshima, we could hang out, maybe.
Just stay away from Rika here.
Oh, if you have Rika. Which one of you is Rika?
It's the one you can barely see.
Oh,
Me
hello there.
over here.
Hops on her.
Like peek out from
And you
behind
see-
Akamoto.
You see, she kind of like stares at you for a moment, and
It's a she.
yes, it's
Obviously, come on.
yes, it is a she. And she goes, "Oh yes, I can sense it on you, the gale mark. You'll want to speak with Hatter. You don't want those lingering on you for too long,
You smell like shit.
Why though?
because they can become permanent. The initial stages of it are usually very mild, but they do get worse over time. Imagine what you have right now if it got to the severity of, say, what happened with Kiddo. You're
Rika's
going to have more than just wind blowing around your hair and your skirt and your clothes. It could become something very serious.
Rika
left
just
untreated.
Rika just permanently looks like a news anchor in a hurricane.
Rika,
Oh,
you could become the
okay.
gust of wind.
Yeah,
I'll
you
go
might,
see if I can
I
find
am.
Hatter.
You
in
might
fact.
blow away with all
I
those
mean-
gales.
You're short and light enough as is. I wouldn't be surprised if you just
Just
turned
blow
into
away.
the wind.
Bye bye.
But yeah, it's a pleasure meeting you girls.
You too.
Nice to meet you.
Who is that?
Poe.
Oh,
All right, where is Hatter? I need to talk with him.
Me too.
Yep.
Me
We
three.
call her Poe because she actually is really into poetry, and she's named after some English author.
Edgar.
Edgar
Oh, you know.
Allan.
Okay.
I'm
Bye,
fr-
Sister Abernathy,
I'm
and
Bye.
the nun just kind of grunts.
I'm from America.
I would like to call out Yuki for a minute.
Yep, let me make Yuki
Are
exist.
you gonna stuff Oswaldo in the bubble?
Yup.
No.
God dang it! Poor-
And
Now,
then-
Hold
now
on, I have to
Yuki has
find
to
a
share a
Yuki.
space
And
with
then,
him.
and then Osvaldo killed Yuki.
And you had Waldo.
Ukwaldo.
Yuki appears floating behind you, and as soon as you summon Yuki, Sophia turns around and her eyes are just shining, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, is that a Shikigami?"
Yeah, you remember when you or someone else told me not to touch the.
That was
Oh, it definitely
Sapphire.
wasn't me.
That was
That had to
Sapphire.
have been Sapphire. That's definitely something Sapphire would say.
Yes, it's a Shikigami.
Oh, I've always wanted one of those. She's so cute. What's her name?
Hers
Her
is
name's-
name.
Her name is Yuki.
So cute. Oh,
Would you like to pet the Yuki?
yes,
Oh my
please.
god.
She shoves Rika and Lena Fisher out of the way. Quite a feat.
Ugh.
With Lena, at least.
Through the
And
window
she
I
is just
go.
like her
Ah.
hands are so into Yuki's like collar scruff and just like
So we're gonna go on.
intensely petting.
We're gonna go full remnant from the ashes and out the window.
Wait, these are
Alright.
paper doors.
Oh, well, they were paper doors.
They were paper
Now
doors.
they're holes.
I mean, Rika probably bounced off, but
not that.
Alright.
way.
Yeah.
I think I know where Hatter is. Let me just see if he's in his usual. She
Alright.
opens the door, but yes, Hatter.
I would
I'm
like
gonna trip.
to.
I'm gonna trip over these damn rabbits.
I would like to look at Yuki, and I'm like, Yuki, can you look after Oswaldo for me? And I put it in the bubble.
Okay.
When we get over to
Oswaldo
Hatter,
is
I
now
mean-
in
Oh.
Hello.
Yuki's inventory.
Oswaldo's inventory now contains. Wait, no.
Yuki's
inventory
inventory.
now contains one Oswaldo.
Oswaldo.
When we
I'm
get
just
over to
gonna
Hatter,
keep
I'm gonna
shoving various
and say,
Oswaldos
"Hello,
in
nice to
Yuki's
meet you again."
inventory.
Ah, I'm sorry, young lady. Did you say again?
Oh, yeah. Last time I met you, it was in a dream. Maybe it was not something that was actually real, but I did meet you twice.
I see. Well, I'm afraid this is the first time I've had the pleasure to meeting the five of you. Sophia, these are the new princesses, yes?
Cake pop.
Shove.
Oh, thank you. A pleasure.
Does he have a lizard tongue?
He has very sharp teeth. He has very long, gangly limbs, long fingers, and no, his tongue is normal.
Damn it.
And his skin is very like tightly stretched, and his eyes are pale and beady. And
I
he's
put my
he's
hand
like
out,
he's about 8 feet tall.
Oh,
I put my hand
wow.
out to shake his hand and go, "I'm Michi. Nice
not-
to meet your acquaintance."
I'm not used to having
Hello.
to look up
See.
to someone.
Ah, yes.
Hatter. Hello. I don't know if you remember me or not, but we had it.
No, again, as I just explained to this young lady, I've never met any of you before.
Miki
Okay,
doesn't
well,
listen.
we had an in-depth conversation about Oswaldo. I tried talking to Oswaldo with my animal speaking abilities, and
blew my ears out.
Oh,
did
that must have
not
been
go
awful.
Well. Now I see Oswaldo everywhere I go, in both the human world and the dream world. What
Oswaldo's escaped.
the hell is going on?
Well, young
Who's-
lady,
Who's Oswaldo?
for one, I'm surprised by that fact. Oswaldo, as far as I'm aware, is unable to escape from the Dreamlands. So if you've seen him out in the real world,
They've just been
that's
regular rabbits.
rather alarming.
It's just been a regular bunny.
Perhaps I should introduce myself and explain a few things. You
Induce
look like you all have quite a few questions on your face.
Wait. So if we stacked two Rikas on top of each other, she'd be eye level with Hatter.
Correct.
The second one would.
The second one would. And
Where is Yakamoto going? Or Yamamoto?
Oh, these people down here who need cake pops.
You just went through a
Yep.
You
wall.
just walked through a wall, my guy.
That's
those
not a
are
wall.
those aren't walls. Those are just curtains.
Curtains.
Oh.
Yep. And they will
Very
take
well.
the cake pops.
What about
And
Oswaldo?
I'm
Hatter-
Himari.
Huh?
I said I'm Himari.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you. I'm Kagura, and that's Bunroku.
Dance of blades, and she gets cut to pieces.
So Hatter is going to introduce himself and give a very deep bow and say, I am Hatter.
Comes to
I am in
Rika's
charge
level.
of space and mind. I am one of the oldest mages here. And
Mm.
I am, in fact, the WRC's headquarters' only permanent resident,
Wait.
as I am.
Wait, mage like Harry Potter.
Yes. Well, that's a good frame of reference. Yes. I am something of I suppose, a wizard, maybe. Although I don't need a wand or anything like that.
Where do I go to college for that?
You don't.
Oh.
It's kind of something that just happens. Like, well, what happened with you?
What are you talking about? I got thrown into a bathroom.
Yes, and I was tossed into the Dreamlands and forced to wander around it for about 50 years of my life.
So how old are you?
I, as you see me now, am very much affected by the Dreamlands and my many pseudo deaths, as I like to call it.
Ah.
I am so far gone, as one would say, that I am unable to leave the Dreamlands.
Eureka, that's your future.
I'm sorry. One
Rika
of you
stares
affected?
daggers at Lena.
Well, haven't you noticed she's got a
Rika
permanent
bows
wind in
and
her
says,
hair?
Rika Tanaka, Queen of
A
Mirrors.
pleasure. A pleasure. Yes, well, it would seem that your case is very mild, so do not be alarmed. This is very, very much treatable. In fact,
Brushes
allow
off
me
the
to
whole Queen of
go
Mirrors
procure.
nonsense.
I don't think Tom
And he
heard you.
pulls out a small
He might not
box. He pulls out a small cardboard box, and
This is
it says on it.
Enderman's.
Oh no! It has a logo on it
Please tell
of
me it
what
says.
looks like an alligator,
Oh.
and it says Later Gator Incorporated.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what?
The crossover.
God
And
damn.
he says, "These are the world-renowned Dreamless Donuts. They are beignets made by a very, very prominent magician from the United States. I've unfortunately never got to meet the inventor herself, but I did meet her partner. He's very he's a very interesting fellow. But these are regularly shipped out here as they have very beneficial properties in that they can reduce the gale marks that are inflicted upon you if taken before going to sleep. Now,
Oh.
understand that if you eat a dreamless donut,
Rika, eat your donuts
you
before
will not experience any dreams. You will still have a pleasant sleep, and I believe your REM cycles will be fully functional.
I'm gonna
But-
cry. That means Sabine reached her dreams.
I would
You now have a
recommend.
successful business in both mages and humans.
Princess.
Yes.
I would recommend highly that you do not enter a Torii gate for 24 hours after taking a dreamless donut. The effects are.
If your
it's-
transformation lasts for more
difficult.
than 4 hours.
Well, if you take something that suppresses your dreams and then go into a dream, you may find yourself in quite an interesting and difficult state. It's not impossible, but I certainly would not recommend it. However, it is very useful to have these around in case you are combating nightmares or Alps or any other dream nightmare kind of affecting monster. But I'm getting ahead of myself.
What if I've
And he
already
hands-
slept, Hatter?
Hmm?
What if I've already slept?
Oh no! You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You'll just need to take one of these within a week.
Oh.
So you have time, my dear.
Oh.
And he hands you a box of 12 of these beignets. So you guys have 12 dreamless donuts to split amongst you.
So you tell me that we're not supposed to eat them now. We're supposed to wait until we're back in the real world first.
You see how Mari's reaching out for them
Do-
already?
Don't
Do
take
not
it yet.
eat these while you are here. Having a dreamless donut while you are in a dream, you will, you'll have some significant difficulty perceiving your surroundings.
Delete System 32.
Yes, it will make it very difficult for you to function here. Not impossible, mind, but extremely difficult. I would recommend that you take these, take them back to the real world, and only eat them if you have occurred gale marks from the gale. And consuming one of these before you go to sleep will allow you to recover. I wish I would have had one of these, and I would not have ended up like this. And he just kind of points at his entire body.
So you weren't very vampire-y beforehand?
Oh God, no! I was a mage, a rather respected and I would like to imagine rather attractive one. But I no longer have the looks to match my ego, unfortunately.
Oh, vampire. That reminds me.
Good.
I actually am the architect of this headquarters. This is is something of a project of mine. And you see he kind of snaps his finger, and the walls, like the wallpaper, changes color.
Ooh.
As I said, I am in charge of space, and this is essentially an interdimensional space. Now, what were you about to say, young lady?
Oh, what can you tell us about the dynasty?
You run into them already?
No.
No, we had a
Oh,
We all had a dream together.
we
with
kind of
some-
explained what happened.
Some weirdo named Paz is trying to force feed us dreams.
Topaz and Cassio. Well, Topaz is not in today. I believe he's out on a job. But Cassio is upstairs. You could go talk to her after this. But the dynasty, well, yes, they are a ancient order of Chinese vampires. Their goals are to,
Do they hop?
yes, they are
Oh my
hopping
gosh.
Jianxi. They are hopping vampires. Do not let the name fool you. They are highly dangerous. They have plans to basically expand. They are well rooted within the Chinese government, the Korean South and North government, and various other factions and affiliations. And they are maligned with the darkness. Of the various vampire organizations that we've encountered, they're the only ones that have somehow managed to corrupt themselves without losing themselves to the darkness itself.
Wait.
So,
So let me get this straight. We're princesses.
yes,
You're a mage.
correct.
There's hopping vampires. What? Next you're gonna say there's werewolves too?
Oh, werewolves. No, I don't believe those exist. I've never run into one.
Oh, okay.
I'm joking.
a
Yes, of
minute.
course there's werewolves. And
Wait, what?
ghosts.
Well,
So is the reason
ghosts-
why they're not able to corrupt themselves is because they absorb life force and not blood?
Ah, very perceptive of you. Yes, Jianxi are not blood drinkers like most vampires. They, in
Ah.
fact, absorb chi,
so
the
they're the-
life force of a person.
so they're the vampires that failed out of cool school.
So, yes, somehow they do not just become darkened or abominations of darkness. They retain their vampirism, so to speak. And with
They
this sort of
absorb
combination
shadows.
of powers and intelligence, they have been able to formulate very complex schemes. I'm not sure why their target is Japan, but my suspicions is that with Japan being the only place that nobles have ever been documented, they are probably looking out to take out the only threat to their existence, which would be, well, you, in fact.
I thought you were gonna say Taiwan.
Is there a way to figure out which one of the Jiangshi actually do spellcasting and which ones of them are not able to? Like, is there a
Oh.
distinct difference, or is it
All
kind of
Jianxi, well, outside of Thrall, very, very newly formed Jianxi, all Jianxi are capable of limited spellcasting. The older the Jianxi, aka the older the corpse, the more powerful it is, and the more capable of magic they are. So,
oh,
if there is a Jianxi of one of the early Chinese emperors, well, that would be quite powerful indeed.
I was under the impression that only the Jiangshi of the magistrate class could actually do spellcasting.
Yes. So, typically, in order to designate themselves within the ranks, they have magistrate uniforms. Non-thrall, as I said, are lesser Jianxi, mostly capable of just feats of strength and agility and martial combat, but the spellcasting variety are typically the ones that are in old Chinese uniforms.
Okay, so if we see one with an old Chinese uniform, we really want to run away. If we don't see one with a uniform, we should still run away, but at least they're not as dangerous.
I would highly recommend that.
Okay.
However, note that You are uniquely capable of taking these out and are a powerful tool for our organization.
What?
If you run into Jianxi now, yes, I would recommend running. But in the future, we are hoping that we could maybe help you grow powerful enough to be able to combat them and survive.
I would really like to learn how to do that, or at least learn some strategies, because I feel like we
Absolutely.
need that.
Isn't it obvious? You hit them until they stop moving.
Well,
Not
to
all
put
of
it
us are
bluntly,
really
that is
gifted
correct.
with. Not all of us are gifted with strength like you, Lena. Some of us actually need strategies. We're squishy and we taste good with ketchup.
Hey, Mr. Hatter dude, do you know anything about a bell?
Oh yeah.
A bell.
Wait.
Could you be more specific?
A big bell that's protected.
A bell.
Seemingly in the dream worlds.
Does
A
Kishi
be-
Miki know about the bell?
We talked about all of our dreams.
A bell a big Korean demon wants.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say Korean?
Yes.
Was this a headless Korean demon?
Yeah, I killed him in a dream.
Those are some very prophetic dreams. It is.
Yeah, they called me Storm Singer.
Ah. So, you know of Storm Singer's bell?
What?
That's
I
troubling.
guess. I don't know. It belonged to the Koreans.
Well, yes, we're not going to go too far into the history of that, but that was an artifact that was recently taken from us. We suspect it was taken from us by the dynasty.
Now, I will say that in that dream,
What is
it
the
was.
significance of that?
I will say in that dream, I was Storm Singer, and I got to see the birth of that demon,
Interesting.
and I don't think it was. I don't know. I remember feeling something very dark and not, you know.
It is likely that it is maligned with the darkness. Now, the significance of the bell. I said I didn't want to get into the history, but please allow me to, for a moment, go back. During World War II, when Japan was bombed with the atomic bomb, in retaliation, the Japanese government, specifically Unit 731, which was tasked with biochemical weapons, unconventional warfare, radioactive bombs, and magical means of retaliation. They researched and came up with a ritual, an extremely powerful ritual, one that could cause the kind of devastation an atomic bomb could in retaliation. The idea was that using a ceremonial cultural icon, ideally a one that can sound a bell, in this case, this would have been against the Americans, and they would have used the Liberty Bell. And the other part of the ritual would have been, well, a mass grave. I'm sure you probably don't know much about American history, but there are plenty of mounds of lots of dead natives.
Oh, you mean the Indian burial mounds?
Oh, yes, you are from America, yes.
Yeah, I grew up in
see.
Detroit.
Right. So that was the intent. The government shut down Unit 731, and the plans for the ritual were all sealed away. But there was an attempt to test it in Japan using the Storm Singer Bell, and it pains me to say this, one of the nose mounds as parts of the ritual. The test was obviously not conducted.
A nose mound? What is a nose mound?
Oh, I had a dream about that too.
Well, unfortunately,
The Koreans.
there are some things that they probably don't teach you in the history lessons at school, but
The Koreans, it's a bounty. They cut off the noses because heads were too heavy.
exactly. So those would be the two parts of the ritual, and the entire ritual revolves around summoning the Gasha Dokuro. The Gasha Dokuro.
Gesundheit.
It is a massive skeleton made of the bones of the dead. At the
dear.
sound of a bell, it could kill thousands, even millions, and absorb their blood.
I don't know.
We believe that the dynasty wants this not only to strike a significant blow to Japan, but to also collect a lot of blood.
Sounds like
And while they don't feed off of blood, they can feed off the life force that the blood contains.
sounds like a dinner bell to me.
Yes, so it is vital that we at some point are able to reacquire that bell. There are other parts of the ritual that I never got the details of, but those are two that I remember from the files.
So, if we find the bell, why don't we just wreck the thing?
Well, as a bell of significant
Oh,
power...
it belongs in a museum, Professor. Okay.
Well, no, absolutely not. If it could be destroyed so easily, we would have done so.
Well, you're
As it turns out, magical bells are very hard to destroy.
Well, you said you were good with space. Can't you like toss it in a hole or something?
It was tossed in a hole.
Oh, you lost the hole.
No, they found the hole.
Oh no.
Yes. So,
So I guess we're gonna have to find the bell.
well, we wouldn't ask that of you. You haven't even joined the WRC. It would be far too forward for us to make such demands like that. But are there any other questions that I could answer for you? You still seem a little perplexed.
Yeah. And I pull out the journal
I pull out my list.
and it's just a journal, and I show it to him and I go, I understand that you were working with Lapis on this.
Oh, yes, Lapis's journal. Oh,
And
I
I
remember
understand that I am the new reincarnation of Lapis, if that makes any sense.
This is written in Atlantean.
What?
Is there a way that you could teach me how to read this?
Of course. It would take some time, but yes. If we could schedule some regular lessons, I believe the management had some plans for an internship or something along those lines to cover your absences from school.
Yes, and I'd be very
would be-
happy to learn.
Oh yes, I'd be happy to teach you. It is one of my one of the subjects that I do teach.
This
So,
is
of
one
course.
of the few times that you actually see Michi actually like jumping up and down a little bit giddy. She's full on beaming. She's so excited to learn, and she just like, do we start today or do we have to
hold
schedule
on.
something for it later?
No,
like,
no,
how do we do
nerd
this?
school
I-
today.
Like I said, we would want to approach this properly with structured lessons, and we'd have to schedule those out, and you'd have to officially join the WRC, of course.
I volunteer as tribute, please.
All right, you heard her. Cut her in half.
Whoa,
Well,
whoa, whoa,
you
that was
I'm
a thing,
afraid-
a phrase.
Yes.
You said you're the oldest one here.
Yes. I'm one of the founding members
I
of the
beg
WRC.
to
my
differ.
other- All my other friends have said that they have queens. So Lena has the queen of beating people up, and
Hey!
Himari over here has the queen of, I think, eating stuff or something. But I don't have a queen.
Queen
I am my
of
queen. So I'm
Hearts.
confused if you know
Queen-
what
no,
the
Queen of
queen
Spades,
of mirrors
sorry.
is.
Damn.
Well,
Well, that's right. I did do spades.
you
Totally
know,
forgot. It's Nick. Personally.
in my significant research, and I'll have you know that my field of work is in the Dreamlands itself and the effects of Gale and the effects of this extra-dimensional space and its effect on the mind. Now,
Oh my god.
from my limited understanding of nobles, we're still learning much. Nobles have only been around for, I'd say, 15 years or so, and quite a few of them are very young and not exactly at the age in which they can do proper research. We're always learning new things, so it could very well be that you have come across some new queen or some new instance or something. I wouldn't beat yourself up over not fitting in the norm because there is no norms yet. This is all brand new. So if you say that you are a queen, well, maybe that is the case. Who knows? This is all still surprising me.
I like this hat.
Okay.
Why are we being force-fed dreams?
Dreams, right? The visions. You mentioned that. I don't know. Consistent dreams like that are, well, occasionally that is something that
It came from Topaz and Cass. Are they here?
like I said, Cassio is upstairs. Topaz is out on a job. I think he won't be back for about a week.
All right.
But dreams. Visions.
Yeah, I think Cass would be able to answer that because she very clearly was telling Paz to cut it out, so to speak, on how many dreams he's been giving us.
Well, I don't know what she's if any of her research has come across dreams, but who knows? Maybe there's something about her work that I don't know about. I will say, getting visions like that, it's not unheard of, but it is statistically unusual that all 5 of you would have that. But who knows? Like I said, this is all new. So, oh,
I would also like to help you in your research with Oswaldo.
yes, our first and most pernicious mystery. Oswaldo was one of the founding members. I discovered him when I was out in the Dreamlands, and he's been with me ever since. And he's very difficult to get rid of. Our precious, precious Oswaldo.
He just sees me petting Oswaldo, one of the Oswaldos that's
Yep.
still in my arms.
Looks over to the bubble. Yuki is like cradling Oswaldo.
Oh yeah, and there's also an
playing.
Oswaldo on the table and one on the desk in this room. There's 4 Oswaldos in this room right now.
This might be an odd question, and
Yes.
this might be the dream being really wonky, but in my dream, you had mentioned that this journal was written in Oswaldo's blood. Was that actually correct?
That is correct.
Oh.
So Oswaldo, his blood, and I guess fur and other things, Oswaldo himself is what we call a temporal anomaly. He's somehow able to exist as a constant. We believe that every single one of these Oswaldos is from another parallel timeline of what's going on right now. And since he can be a constant, if we want things to stay, we'll sometimes use his blood or other humane methods.
Why?
Have you? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Why do you want things to permanently stay throughout?
Well, it's part of our experimentation in trying to learn more about Oswaldo. And if we can figure out what he is and his origins,
Couldn't
maybe
that
we can help
mess
him.
up the universe?
Hmm?
Like, if you keep something here permanent throughout time period, that's technically supposed to not be here in a few years. Wouldn't that mess with a universe?
Yes, we are constantly trying to minimize our impact on the universe. The terminology we like to use is called paradox. Here in the Dreamlands, we get a little more wiggle room, but it's not enough wiggle room. So occasionally we will bump up against the lines and borders of reality. Oswaldo here is one of the strange anomalies that allow us to push those borders.
Have you noticed more Oswaldos in the past, or have you noticed them waning and having less
Oswaldos come and go,
years?
they wax and wane.
Oh, so it's fluctuating.
Very much so.
Okay.
What if Oswaldo is just a paradox?
I mean, it's a paradox I am willing to dedicate my life to learning, because every day I learn something new and strange.
Does he like
Like,
hair?
for the instance, and he picks up an Oswaldo.
This one doesn't like carrots.
Every single one of these Oswaldos has 6 toes on his right back leg.
Oh, he's a polydactyl.
However, his front left leg has different amounts of toes, usually the normal amount of toes, but that isn't consistent.
Usually.
So some parts of him are consistent, some parts are not.
So
I feel like the more I learn about Oswaldo, the more I learn about the Dreamlands and how we can help shape it. And how we can help keep you safe. So that journal, I'm not sure why she requested it, but she wanted you specifically, to have it. She said, and I quote, "I want my reincarnation to have this, and it's important that it be written in such a way that she'll be able to find it no matter what." It was her decision to have it written in Oswaldo's blood. I had done some experiments with that before, so it wasn't completely out of the question, but she seemed to have known that you would be here.
That's interesting.
It is! And, oh, I'm sorry, Officer Kendra. And you see, like, leaning in the doorway is a woman with frizzy hair, and she is in a, she has a bulletproof vest on.
Do I recognize her from my dad's police area or no? Okay.
And she
Cake
says,
pop.
"Oh, thank you.
She says cake pop.
I am Liaison Officer Kendra. I am the liaison between the WRC and the Global Occult Coalition. It's a pleasure to meet you girls. I'd like to first open with a formal apology. There was a miscommunication. We are still investigating it. We believe that there may have been some outside influence that caused the miscommunication. But I would like to assure you that you girls were never in any danger. The orders of our men were simply to detain and
Oh, you people, you are
what?
you people at the house.
yes. I do have some questions actually. We're still, like I said, we're still investigating the incident. We did not know that it would be some princesses blossoming. We thought there were some unregistered mages. Could you perhaps clue me in on what happened to one of our generators?
Solve
We
it.
never found it at the site. Oh, okay. And she like checks something. She writes something down on her clipboard.
Fine,
Okay.
generator.
Well,
Stolen check mark.
no, that's fine. Again, this is our fault. We found a lot of our damaged equipment. We just needed to find out where that generator went and how it happened.
Oh, you found the drone in the pond.
Yes. That
You could
was...
thank Miki-san for that one.
Well, based on the last viewed footage on the drone, yes, it was quite impressive.
Whoop, there it is.
Now, I'd like to assure you that you will be safe. You have been registered and are accounted for, so to speak. We will also be taking on the responsibility of making sure that mundane government agencies do not find out about you, and if they do, they are handled. We will also be working with the WRC to help come up with a plan for informing, she does finger quotes, your parents in your school about your new extracurricular activities. Should you plan to join the WRC, of course, we are not forcing any of this on you.
Good luck contacting mine.
Yes, I am aware of the situation with you, and I am also aware of the situation with Miss Lena Fisher. In that case, we will be informing your landlord and your employer in case you suddenly have to miss a shift.
Oh, good.
But I just want to assure you girls that you will be taken care of.
Thank
Now,
you.
do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, Tom, you have to help me. I forget the guy's name. The captain or
Captain Kudo, I think.
Captain Kudo. Is he with you?
Yes. Yes, he works for the GOC. Have you met him?
Yes, he's an old friend of my dad's.
Oh, do your parents know about all this?
I don't think they do.
Okay, that's probably for the best. No, he is. Yes, he is one of our agents. Um, I believe he's probably one of our more exemplary field agents.
I then kind of want to Could you send him an apology from me?
Of course. Did you have an interaction with Cap? And she pulls out the clipboard again.
The fly
I don't
in
have
the
any
eye.
flying. That was you?
Yeah.
Frankly, if you don't mind me asking, how? As
Okay,
far as
Tom,
I'm
you're gonna have to
aware,
remind me like what exactly happened.
We were dreaming.
you were
We
just in a dream.
I don't know. I was in a dream that I was on. Felt like I was dreaming, and I was controlling a fly, talking about us, and I just heard him.
You know, dear, say no more. When we discover our powers, it can be confusing, and sometimes things happen.
This is a scary time for young girls.
And
Wait,
she,
our powers? Do you have powers too?
I prefer not to flaunt them, but I am a registered mage, yes. And she snaps her finger, and there is a ball of fire,
Ooh.
like above her fingertips.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah. I wasn't. It was during the time of the house, and I was concerned for my friends. So I thought
No,
a
it's
distraction.
completely understandable. I will. It may be best that he just doesn't know.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good. But I will write that down and make sure that it is archived. Uh, is there anything else I can help you girls with?
Nope.
Okay.
I did take some readings. They were of us, but I don't know if you need them or because you know that it was us. If you
Oh
don't
no,
need them,
we got those readings.
okay.
Very clever hacking job, but we did have backups.
Darn. Gotta check
No,
the
no,
backups
no.
next
You
time.
should be proud of yourself. We pride ourselves in having state-of-the-art equipment and countermeasures, and you thwarted all but the emergency backups. So, for someone of your age and skill, that is extremely impressive.
I'm so proud of myself right now, but I'm gonna try to keep it chill.
Anyways, sorry, Hatter. You can have them back. And she goes back into the room and is sipping tea. I believe you would probably want to speak with Cassio now,
Right.
yes?
Yes.
Well, she
Yes.
is up the stairs. And so the thing is, this map is actually two maps. If you
Yeah.
zoom all the way out,
Wee.
the second floor
Ah.
is up there. So
Wee! And Oswaldo!
Before I leave up the stairs, can I ask Hatter, has he seen one of the rabbits do that thing from that the cat does in the Captain Marvel movie, where there's tentacles
never seen
coming
Captain
out?
Marvel movie.
What?
There's tentacles from like a big ass sea monster that come out of a cat's mouth, like it's another dimensional being.
I have seen Oswaldo do all sorts of things. I have seen Oswaldo inside out. I have seen him
Jesus.
as a
Oh, dear God.
20-story tall rabbit.
Whoa.
Oswaldo is, well, he's Oswaldo. We've done extensive experimentation.
Okay, say no more. And I'm gonna just back away around and give this a rabbit a wide berth. And I'm gonna be very careful
He's
careful
so
around the rabbits from now on.
fluffy.
No, now that I know that, I am afraid. I'm going up the stairs and
Sophia is going to lead the way.
Oswaldo licks left eyeball.
So technically this door is actually open, and inside you see a girl your age sitting at a computer.
We get it. You vape.
Mm.
You just barge
Hi,
into her room.
Hi, Kumari. Sophia waves, and the girl just kind of looks over, and she's appalled. What do you want?
Just gives a gugh.
Do you want a cake pop?
No. Can you leave me alone, please?
Get out of my room, Mom.
I would like Yuki to go up and snuggle the angry.
You're going. Wait. Oh, wait. What?
I'll be right
Oh,
back.
Yuki.
Who did you think she said?
I didn't hear. I would like blank to go do it,
I
so I
think
thought
she
she was
was
going to
gonna go
run
do
up
it.
and
I would like to go
I
up
would
and
like to
snuggle
snuggle
her.
the angry.
yeah. And
A murky cat comes over.
she the murky cat floats over, and she goes, "Can you like control your shikigami, please? I'm very busy." And Sophia says, "That's Kumari. She's one of the Tokyo nobles."
I order Yuki to purr snuggle her face.
That cat's about to get ping-ponged.
She is a princess of the Queen of Swords, a champion of the swords, in fact.
oh no.
And hold on, I'm looking for Yuki's stats. Here we go.
Roll for
Alright.
snuggle.
We're gonna say presence plus empathy. An attempt at snuggling commences, and it's just kind of rubbing up against Komori, and she goes, and she like puts her hand up and just kind of pets Yuki.
See,
Okay.
animals can soothe anyone.
Yeah, okay. I'm still really busy. Nice to meet you
I
all.
still hate you.
All right, onward and outward.
Single file, single file, single file, single file, Oof.
It's lagging for me, so as soon as I see an opening, I'll move.
Cassio!
Hi again. Cake pop?
Again? Oh, hi, Hamari.
Hi, Dream Invader.
And she goes around the room. Rika, Lena, Kishimiki, and
You can do it. You got it, everybody else so far.
Komodo.
Correct.
All right, you've got some explaining to do.
Why is there an Oswald
Oh,
in the
sorry,
tank?
that's my little parlor trick. I can see about 5 seconds into the future. You would have all come in
no,
here.
No,
Well, there's
You would have
More
all came in here and introduced yourselves,
Why
right?
is there an Oswald
More
in the tank?
explaining than that. Why are you implanting dreams into us?
Street. What?
Oh my god.
You and
she's
Paz.
Not Paz's.
Wait. Okay, so you've met Topaz.
Well, we
Ah.
haven't
No, we
That's
explained the dream
very-
again.
That is.
Paz is a very meaning is a very loose term. right?
That's bloody strange. Well, I guess.
Is she British?
Let me. Yes. Well, I'm trying Australian.
With
It's
a
not
name
working
like
out.
O'Neill,
okay.
she's Australian.
I just heard
And-
the bloody and thought it was British.
Yeah.
Let's think of the crocodile hunter.
She's she goes, yeah, no, that I don't do anything with dreams. I'm in charge of our temporal program.
What do you know about Paz and dreams?
Well, your fish tempura program is invading our dreams.
Well, so I am currently researching, uh, basically time simulations. So I am able to see shortly into the future how I knew your names, but I'm afraid I've never actually met you.
Well, time
That's the fun
simulations
part of this
actually
job.
explain
It's
everything.
possible that you've met me.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Because if time
Hold on.
simulations is what you're doing,
Could your
and you-
future self be sending stuff from the past?
That's what I am thinking. Hold on. Let me just check something real
Tyler,
quick.
we've run into Chromie.
No.
And she's going.
Haven't we
She
done
goes
this
over to a
before?
tube. She goes over to a tube and he goes, Oswaldo, get out of. God damn it.
bunny.
Okay.
no evil bunny.
This is my quantum locker. It's how I make sure that things stay universal. Let me just see.
Oh, does
And
it
she
contain
opens
your-
it up, and there's a bunch of small little items.
Quantum
floating-
gym shorts?
There's all sorts of little items floating around inside this tube. A lot of them are like little sticky notes. Some of them are key cards. There's keys, some flash drives, stuff like that. And she finds a little note that says it has exclamation marks on it and says, it has all 5 of your names, and it says, Cassie, you can trust them. Well, it seems we have met at some point. Gosh, based on
If
that
it helps,
dream,
you
that's
said that.
rather horrifying.
If it helps, you did say in the dream that you had implanted too many memories too fast, and that you already ruined your chances with us this time. But I don't know what that means. If
Are we
you
in
did
a
it
time
lot more
loop?
times, but yeah,
I-
that's what I'm thinking. But
I'll have to do some research on this, but I'm afraid I don't have the answers you're looking for at the moment.
we must have met a Cassie from the future.
Maybe. Or any number of different things. It's interesting work for sure, and dreams complicate things even more. I personally don't have any experience with sending dreams or encrypting them. I didn't even know you could do that. And I talk to Paz a lot. He has to manage our energy output. He's a knucklehead. I highly doubt he knows anything about manipulating dreams or anything like that either. Even then, that would be something that Hatter would handle. He's the dream expert, and you said he already talked to him?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Huh.
He didn't know anything about it either. He asked us to talk to you first.
Then, that is weird.
Could it be possible that it's not actually dreams, but something like an animus from Assassin's Creed? If you know what that is, maybe, Cassie?
Maybe looking into previous memories or your reincarnations, it could be something along those lines. But
But Lena's seen things from way in the past, so that's why I thought more of an animus kind of a thing.
The only thing I could think of that I would be capable of doing, and this is a stretch, mind you, and also, well, frankly impossible, but it could be a temporal circuit. The WRC doesn't have the juice for that kind of thing, and there's no one that could authorize it. We had to work within the bounds of mage law and avoid paradoxes, and that would just be Paradox City.
If it helps, we weren't in this location. We were in a place with a bunch of circle sigil things that we were all standing in one of each.
That's strange.
And you were in one across the way too.
What type of situation would warrant the WRC breaking all of their policies?
Well,
Apocalypse is a good one.
yes,
End of the
there was something. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, the end of the world, or something that threatened
So
a lot of people.
would striking the storm wind's bell be apocalyptic enough to warrant you guys breaking policies?
I don't know what that is.
the Korean bell.
No,
Yeah, Hatter said something about how striking the bell kills like a whole bunch of people or something like that.
that's spooky. But no, that's not anything I've encountered.
I like yell downstairs, Hatter, come up here.
I add,
Tom was not.
please.
I am not. Tom was not prepared for this.
Hatter joins the fray.
Hatter doesn't come upstairs.
So, after everyone is caught up to speed, Cassie is still adamant that I feel like that would be beyond what we're able to do. Even if it warranted it, I don't think we would have the resources to do that, to pull that off. It would be inhumane for one. It would take a lot of magical energy. And if it went wrong, there's 1,000 ways it could go wrong.
Can I interject something?
Sure.
Through that dream we were having, Topaz said, we're getting the blackout sooner than expected.
I've never heard that terminology before.
But from what everything you're saying, just if we're somehow in a time loop, and it has to do something with the dynasty, because that name was brought up, they're affecting the time loop that we saw?
I would need to know more about the situation. Maybe you'll get more dreams. But I'm afraid this is all theoretical at this point.
Okay. I just want to know what's going on with us. That's all.
No, I
We all
understand that. I will personally make sure that if I can get more information, I will do everything I can to help you girls. And I don't know, maybe something will pop up in this thing. And she taps the quantum locker.
So I'm guessing that thing's like Oswaldo.
Yes. It's sort of. It's more of my personal Oswaldo. It's
I've come
if I
to
ever
negotiate.
if I ever have to make jaunts into other times, I may need to warn myself about things or let me know about other things or stuff along those lines. So if I find anything, you know what? Actually, let me give you. And she exchanges her number with you guys.
Yay!
Do you get cell reception in the dreamland?
Well, no, we don't. But I also Hatter's the only one that's permanently here. We don't spend more than like a week at a time out here. It's
one hell of a commute
dangerous.
to work.
Well, it's more of like a 9 to 5 kind of thing. I get the weekends out. I mean, it's pleasant here. It's just physically not safe for us to be here for more than 6 to 7 days at a time. So I like to spend as much time out here as I can because it helps my work.
I reached another aspiration.
Oh?
Kind of.
Oh yeah.
Get some answers from the WRC.
Oh.
I would say
Yeah,
these
I
are
reached
more
one
answers
too.
than you had before.
I had meet some of the WRC and basically have them as acquaintances. So
No, let's be honest, guys. We didn't get answers. We got more questions from the DBRC.
We got answers that the current WRC kit doesn't know shit.
you know,
That is an
Hey,
answer.
my aspiration was just to meet them and have them as acquaintances.
All
That's
I-
actually done.
All I've gotten is the answer is redacted.
Ooh, I need to come up with some new goals.
Like
Also-
I said, Dormammu, I have come to bargain.
I've come to bargain. I've
I
come
mean,
to bargain.
The people that quote unquote were attacking us at the house, we found out was not bad people, maybe.
Hmm.
I mean, WRC, they might be bad, but or good. Remains to be seen.
Did
The,
Cassie, what did Cassie mention? She was part of the Temporal project.
So, I handle simulations.
Simulations. Okay.
I know there's a contacts.
So that's what I do. I simulate well, pretty much anything.
Could we be part of a simulation? Could this all just be a
I-
Oh
big
my
ass
gosh.
simulation?
There are some
Okay,
waivers.
Here
or
we go.
in the
Elon-
Matrix, guys.
There are
okay,
some.
Elon Musk.
There are definitely some waivers, and I couldn't do something like that until you've been here for a while. No. This is dangerous stuff.
Hmm.
But I want to be part of the Matrix.
Where's contacts on the character sheets?
If
Page
context
3.
isn't it should be page 3.
Page 3,
Yeah, it should be page 3.
right there. Left side.
But
I'm just
Oh.
putting everything in my notes.
I
right now.
am. Some people call me Cass, but the official name is Cassio.
I almost thought you said Castiel for a second.
It's like a cereal.
And it's a pleasure to meet you girls. Again,
Nice to meet you, too.
apparently.
You as well.
Or for the first time.
It's nice
Is this
seeing
the first
you.
time?
I don't know.
Not for
My
us,
head
but for
hurt.
you, yes.
Time's hard.
Wibbly
Seems
wobbly.
to not be a thing in the dream world.
It really isn't. It complicates things quite often. In fact, one of the projects that I did make possible here, we are in real time here in the Dreamlands, just so you're aware.
Okay. So
Other
no.
Torii gates, the travel through them is instant. Through some efforts, we were able to make this in real time. So an hour spent in here is an hour in the real world. We did that
do our
so that
watches
people
work?
could survive in here.
do
so
our
it's
watches work?
Saturday.
Well, yes, you are spending part of your Saturday in here, just so you're aware.
Bummer.
Tom, if I look at my cell phone, does does the clock actually work on my cell phone?
Yes,
Okay.
But you're in roaming, so be careful.
your clock,
Oh
your clock is working, but you don't have data.
no. I mean that's fine as long as I have a clock that will actually make it so I don't lose like track of time like I'm a absent-minded professor kind of a person because that will happen while I'm
So-
studying. I can guarantee you.
As it turns out, when me and Hatter, well, before Hatter had me join the WRC, this space was just like the other Torii gates,
Free real estate.
and being exposed to it for even a couple of hours would start to incur gale marks. We were able to resolve that by essentially linking this with the real world time, specifically Japanese local time. As well, the only way to get here is through a Torii gate, and Torii gates don't exist outside of Japan, at least not functioning ones.
I have a random question. Is there windows over here? on the
Yes.
95 or 98?
Okay, so I see the roads and like everything outside, correct?
Yep.
Does
so-
like if I look out past what we see on the map, do I see like normal stuff or does it go into the ether?
So, You look out, and it's this gorgeous mountain view that looks like it goes all the way out, and you could see like the ocean. But and there's a street, but as it goes further and further out, the details get a little more. The details get more vague and more blurry.
Like a video game.
Yeah, there's a render distance effectively.
Okay.
So
Is this like a
I'd like to-
regular light right here, or is that like a strobe, like a blinky light or anything like that?
I'd like to
Huh?
turn up my draw distance.
The light right
oh yeah,
here.
that's just a regular
It's
light.
just a regular light. Okay. Just want to
Um,
make sure. I didn't know
yeah.
if it was like a thing that was helping with the time thing that you were talking about,
no,
or if it
no,
was
no,
just
no,
regular light.
That's just a regular light.
Okay.
I gotta pee actually. Do we want to do a bio break?
Yeah, let's do a buy break.
Keep talking
Sure.
5 minute. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Cool, cool.
Okay, 5, 10. I'd say 10.
Okay, we'll make it 10.
Okie Dokie Mythology Club, Episode 11, Black Magic and Radio Static.
Cool.
All right, cool. All clear?
I know.
Yep.
All right.
Yay!
We did it.
Well done, everyone. We were able to stay quiet for a full 10 seconds.
Very, very impressive.
I noticed that Mike hasn't talked yet, so maybe. No, just kidding. I'm kidding.
I believe you guys have met pretty much everyone in the WRC outside of, I guess there's Sven.
I was kind of afraid to talk to
Oh, Tom,
Sven,
was this you
sure.
talking or Sophia?
Huh?
Is that you or Sophia talking?
Oh, well, yeah, I guess Sophia would say that. She's kind of your guide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we done doing the talk that
Alright.
we were talking about?
Yeah, we kind of cover what we can.
I feel like you guys are running into a brick wall here. with
Well,
the-
Yeah.
I was. Yeah. So, where is all the paperwork for this?
Oh yeah, we're supposed to join, right?
If you want, well, who are you addressing? Hatter,
Hatter
Sophia.
Hatter.
Okay.
And Sophia.
So Sophia is going to say, "Yep, I can go get the paperwork if you want to sign it. But yeah, I guess Hatter can really explain better what the WRC is." And Hatter says, "Much obliged. The White Rabbit Concordance." Back in 2005, the Tokyo-based Free Council of Mages, an assemblage of mages who were like-minded in our research, discovered a crawl space, aka what we now refer to as the Torii Gates. In doing so, we stumbled upon the Dreamlands. We also discovered nobles, and them being born throughout Japan. In an effort to better understand both the Dreamlands and this new noble occurrences, the WRC was formed as a joint venture with both mages and nobles, with the common goal of bettering our understanding of the queens, your callings, your charms, etc., and basically exploring the Dreamlands and fighting against what we have now discovered to be called the Darkness. If you so choose to join us, you would be aiding in that research, helping us better understand how nobles and mages can help society and protect it, if that is of interest to you. We would have you swear secrecy, of course, as, well, this kind of information is not safe for the rest of the world, and you would have some responsibilities once you are fully prepared. We wouldn't just throw you out into the fray. Are you interested?
Yes.
That's my whole entire spiel.
Yes.
I'm so interested.
My question is why do you feel it's a good idea to recruit 14 to 17-year-olds?
It's not. It's an awful idea. If given the opportunity, I would much rather.
Makes W2
Allow me to
real
put it to
hard.
you this way.
Are you breaking child labor laws?
Oh, yeah, it can't be harmful.
That is why.
That's why we're in the Dreamlands. We're an independent corporation outside of Japanese law.
Laws do not reach out in the Dreamlands. No, we are not subject to Japanese labor laws.
And if you look next door,
when-
you'll
when
see
we are not in
J.P.
Japan.
Morgan Chase.
But no.
Yikes.
If it was up to me, I would much rather have you make this decision when you are adults. However, being beacons of light and friendship and happiness and joy tends to attract things that could kill you.
Oh dear.
I want you to make it to adulthood and we've found that the best way for that for us to take you in and show you the ropes and protect you. So yes, I would much rather you be able to make this decision as an adult, but we kind of also need you to make it to adulthood. So it's sort of a catch-22. I understand your reservations. And
I
know that
mean-
I personally will see to it that I do everything I can to keep you safe and help you.
I guess it makes sense. You know, if those creepy crawly things showed up and I didn't have anything or any of my friends, I would have been shadow fodder.
Well, it was rather unusual that you all blossomed at the same time. Most blossomings, in fact, 70% of them, uh, are solo blossomings, which attract shadow entities, and usually a single newly blossomed noble does not fare well.
I mean, we encountered a shadow entity.
Did you
Yeah,
turn the
but-
music on the roll 20 down?
Oh,
Thank you.
But we
so
didn't blossom alone.
All right, let's.
you do not blossom alone, and you are lucky to have done so.
Well, let's go sign the dotted line. I don't see any reason not to do this, since the other option is, oh, I don't know, dying alone.
Oof.
In the back of my head, I'm just thinking, why didn't Sapphire sign the dotted line? But I want to know information, so I'm not gonna say anything.
Do
Hmm.
you, by chance, know anything about Sapphire and why she didn't join you?
I have met Sapphire,
Fuck it, I'll
yes.
ask.
Again, it's purely your choice, and it was her choice. She lost a lot of her friends, and her friends happen to be,
The previous reincarnations.
yes, well, that too. She was very close to them. She was part of the WRC. She is no longer part of the WRC. She quit.
Ah, so you can leave at any time.
Of course. This is not. We're not going to hunt you down if you walk away. We just want you to be safe. And, well, it would be unconscionable for us to hold you against your will. Especially given that you're 14 to 17-year-olds. That would be. The very thought would not be able to cross my mind.
See,
So,
Miki?
yes, you may walk away at any time. This is not a binding contract. It's more just.
Join so we don't die.
I
Well,
figure
yes.
the signing is more if in the event that something does happen, they know what to do in order to either A, save our life, or B, if we do end up dying, there
We
are
would like to
protocols
know
in place.
your parents and be able to tell them something, not the truth, but something comforting.
No, I got nothing to lose. I'll join.
Right.
All right.
So let's-
Sophia brings back some
Can finally meet this other topaz.
parchment paper, and it has a lot of like very flowery, fancy language on it.
There's
but
not-
it's not like lawyer speak. It's more like I hereby decree my blah blah blah. It's a lot of like very archaic, like
There's not an
Well,
agreement.
queenly stuff.
I would like to
There's not an agreement
see
to
if there's
automatically debit
anything,
my
like,
bank account.
glaringly
6 weeks from now, is there?
obvious that
Sure.
is on the contract.
Yeah, same,
Intelligence
I'm
plus
gonna read that too.
investigation.
After the free trial. at
Oh,
least.
I get to
Do
read.
we all get our a different copy? Like, do we all get to read this at the same time?
Sure.
Okay, I want to read mine as well.
So
What is it,
intelligence plus what?
Investigation that's a skill that you guys
Yeah.
have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
intelligence and investigation, you said?
Hey, I'm not a complete idiot. I can read.
It looks normal to me.
Yeah, you're a complete idiot.
Mhm.
But this fits my character anyways.
Oh, this isn't my mage character with my 9 again in investigation. Ugh. Oh, well, I still got 2 successes.
Wow.
Can I use academics instead?
We're all a bunch of idiots.
I'll allow that.
Okay.
Actually, we're average idiots.
So, everyone that rolled a 1, you don't see anything glaringly like anything that's making you beholden to the WRC. There are some there's some kind of common sense restrictions like
Don't tell anyone.
there's like non-disclosure stuff.
Don't walk
There's-
around transformed.
Uh-huh. And there's
There's a sub note in there that says Rika is exempt from that rule.
oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay, but
Akamoto, you note that this non-disclosure thing also like includes 2 other mages and other nobles who are not part of the WRC.
Okay, so,
So
nobody
implication
aside
being-
from the WRC.
yeah, the implication being like if you ran into Sapphire and she asked, "Oh, what are the WRC doing about this?" you don't tell her.
Okay. I mean, I feel like from what we've known of her, she probably wouldn't even ask that.
well,
it seems
Sapphire,
like
if
she
you
doesn't
have
really
to
care,
know,
but,
we passed a
um,
referendum for Fua Fua Fridays.
Oh no.
Uh,
Foo Friday.
I'm assuming that also means like, that's probably also because like we don't want anybody to know like our secret club if it
Mhm.
wasn't Sapphire, like we wouldn't want anybody to know.
Yeah.
So
Tom,
Like,
what
does
do
the
I
agreement-
understand?
Does
from
the
this?
agreement contain the secret handshake?
You better.
With
So
0 successes?
You never read this kind of stuff. This is the Facebook terms of service thing. You click. This is the
Okay.
thing you click.
Page
yes
down, click.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't necessarily think anything of.
Nah.
So if I think Hamari would be smart enough not to talk with anybody who doesn't already know, but the whole
Hmm.
Sapphire thing she might not pick up on.
Please tell me you sign it with pancake syrup.
Can I make a comment to Sophia and be like, so Sapphire hasn't known anything about the WRC after leaving?
No. Well, not anything that we.
What are
Allow
the
her to know.
consequences if we break any of these?
Well,
Sophia gonna get you.
Does it say it in the contract?
Where-
where
after you.
yes, it does say in the contract like there would be like a disciplinary hearing.
Oh,
And, like,
okay.
Yeah, it's more. It's not like you will be immediately hunted down and like blah blah blah. It's more of a like, well, we'll have to like have a talk with you, and if things aren't going to work out, then we may have to like kick you out of the WRC.
Get the boot.
It sounds like
You
there's
have-
a lot of. It sounds like
You have
from
a-
what you can tell, they're really reluctant to say anything very serious about what they would do to 14 and 17-year-olds.
Do they have a 360
So-
performance review?
No, they do not have a performance review.
They probably don't put it on there because they know that people like us that have been through a lot
Do
of
they
shit
have a
probably would
worker
read the terms and
satisfaction
service.
survey?
They do. Hatter and Cassio do note that this is a very different agreement from the agreement that they signed.
Wait, Hatter
As-
signed his own agreement?
Well, he wrote it, but he is aware that the agreement for adults and for mages is different.
So
There's
wait,
more
so mages
responsibilities. There's
can't-
more.
Mages
Like-
can't turn as a teenager?
Huh?
Mages can't turn as a teenager?
No,
They can,
adults
but-
versus a teenager contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I thought there was a
the-
teenager
from what,
contract and an adult contract.
From
Yeah, I
what
think
it,
that's what
yeah,
he's saying.
there seems to be like, yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
There is a underage contract, which is not really a contract. It's more of a like a liability waiver, and then for actual adults, this is more of a job, and there's more expectations.
You get a W-2.
Okay, so I tell everybody, and I especially try to make sure that Himari pays attention when I say,
Now, Himari,
according to this
don't tell
contract,
Sapphire.
we can't tell Sapphire anything about the WRC. because she's not part of the WRC.
That
We
they
cannot
anything
tell
that they
anybody.
don't okay for release.
Well,
Like you
yeah,
could go to
that-
them and ask, "Hey, can we tell Sapphire about this?"
Yeah, like if it's
But-
something that's like life threatening to all princesses, I'm assuming that we could probably ask and then they'll
Oh, yeah.
probably say yes. But
Mhm.
I'm saying generically, unless of course we get the okay, we should not tell anybody that is not part of the WRC anything
Mhm.
WRC related.
Oh, yeah.
Including Sapphire. I just
and-
make that well known to everybody because I'm the one that noticed that.
Another important part of this contract is you note that there is a field for: do you currently have a job? What school do you go to? What is the name of your like homeschool teacher, whoever would be in charge of you
Please
at
present.
the school?
Please
Who
present a
are
copy.
your please write down your parents' names.
Please
Is
your
our
present a
emergency
copy
homeschool
of
teacher the
contact.
short one? The
Hmm?
short is our homeschool teacher the short computer teacher?
Yes.
Please
Please.
present a copy of your personal seal.
So
Sign.
they do ask like some of that stuff.
Yep.
Oh, and your address and your phone number and email.
Cool. I fill all that out with a flourish and give it to Sophia because I'm really excited and I really wanted to
Okay.
start. I would just want to do all the things.
She has a big grin on her face.
Mm-hmm.
As do I. As do I. I'm so excited.
I read through it, don't see anything
I scribble on it.
abnormal. Feel like
and
it's
write
like
down the
signing a
info.
waiver at an amusement park and hand it over.
I
Same
scribble
here.
on it and write down my info.
You do note there's nothing about like court of law or any legal suit in here. It seems like they're not concerned about that.
What are you gonna do?
occurring.
Send me to space jail?
Oh, it's more like, what are you gonna sue a mage? Good
Well,
luck
I mean,
having
if
the
it was
court
legal
find
suit,
them.
if it was legal suit, it would have more legal jargon, and you said that there wasn't any of that, so I
What-
assumed it wasn't legal suit.
What are you gonna arrest a princess? Bruh,
Yeah,
I can beat the shit out of you with my left hand.
Rule of law kind of doesn't affect people that can go into a different dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does make it
Okay, so
difficult.
you all have signed and copies of your contract. You can put in WRC contract or WRC waiver in your inventory as an item.
Oh, we keep these? I thought we handed them over to Sophia.
There's it's a copy.
Oh, so we
Yeah.
have the duplicate, like the yellow
Yeah.
page underneath. Okay,
Yes.
sweet. Where's my inventory? Is that under the
Equipment,
Third page? Equipment.
third
oh, okay.
page.
So, as soon as you guys sign this, there's 5 jumps.
Zoop.
Yeah, there's like zoom, 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 zoom. And there's a beeping.
Assassins.
And Cassio looks at one of the consoles
Oh no.
and she goes, "Wait, what the hell?
Oh no.
Oh, bloody hell. Hang on."
We broke the
And she
timeline,
looks-
guys.
We did it.
She looks in the quantum locker and sees 5 copies, yellow sheets of your guys' waivers are floating around in there.
You mean the ones that we have in our hands?
Nope,
Yep.
those are still in your hand.
Copies.
What's
But
what's
they're
on
the
what's
yellow
written on it?
parts.
They are the exact same thing, although the writing looks a little different. The date is a little earlier. There's some weird like the
Ooh.
handwriting's a little off.
Hold up, what's the date?
The date is approximately about 2 weeks earlier than what you
Can
guys
I-
are doing right now.
Compare the handwriting and see like what exactly
that-
is off of
It's your handwriting.
Isn't that
um,
when the other photography
just-
club disappeared?
just about. And
Weird.
yeah, and
That
the
is weird,
handwriting
isn't it?
is definitely your handwriting, but it would be like if you signed 50 of these, they would look different, even though it's the same you writing it over and over again.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So wait, just for my clarification, the journal that I have,
Mhm.
does that handwriting look the same as mine?
Nope.
Okay, just want to make sure that it wasn't like all lapises had the
That's
exact
definitely
same handwriting.
lapis.
Okay, just want to make sure. Cool.
And she goes, "Well, that's weird. But I'm going to go ahead and keep that in there. and not touch it.
You should keep an Oswaldo
What happens
in there.
if you touch it?
Well, then I have it, and it's here, in this time.
With these also existing.
Well, no, that's fine.
Oh.
They can exist simultaneously, but if they were put in here for a reason, then I don't know. Maybe it
Is
comes
there
up.
any reason why we would put them in the lockers, like in like any other timeline? Like, is there
In
like
case
a
you
meaning to
needed
the
it in another
lockers?
timeline.
Oh, so those are teleportation lockers.
No, they're permanent in time. It's like the
That's what I'm meaning. If they were permanent in time,
Time
and
is
we put
weird.
something in there.
It's like Oswaldo. This is the Oswaldo
Oh.
chamber that
It's
don't
the
change.
Oswaldo chamber, yeah.
The Oswaldo
Yes.
chamber. Okay, I got it.
So those are. I'm going to keep the. I'm not going to touch those.
Good, you might get cooties.
Well, if I touch them, they might not be there when they need to be there. Do you get my drift?
Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
Yep. Timey-wimey stuff. Got it.
Hold on to the healing potions. You might need them.
Okay, we're part of the WRC.
Sophia
Of all the things
is
that-
pumping her fist and she's like, "Yay!"
I turn to Hatter and go, okay, when's my first lesson?
Well, allow me to schedule out a
Nerd.
proper lesson plan. I need to clear my schedule a bit, and first we had to contact your school and your parents and work around your already existing schedule. I don't want to disrupt your school.
Yeah.
I
speaking
show him a
which,
list of all my my free times, like
How
my
are-
I'm not in
study halls.
charge of all that.
How are exams supposed to go in the real world if we're here?
Like I said, time works. Time continues to march on. Every hour you're in here is an hour out there.
So in
You
other
can't
words, we
hide
still
from
need to
exams
sleep.
in here.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
If only.
So
Damn
can we
it.
use that timey-wimey machine to get answers to our exams?
Oh my
Cassio,
Oh, you gotta
God.
Cassio
learn on your
rolls her
own.
eyes and she says that would be an extremely. That would not be a qualified use of this machine.
Besides,
So
that
you
would deprive you
can
of your
do
joy
it,
of.
though.
But
It
it
would
can be
deprive you
So
of your
you
joy
say
of
you're
learning.
saying we can do it.
Let me put it to you this way. No one but me is allowed to put anything inside this machine.
We're just a bunch of teenagers being thrown into this mess. Could you please grant us some leniency and help us with our exams?
I can
No.
help you study. I do tutoring. Hello,
Cassio,
I'm not chopped
Cassio
liver
seems
here.
very adamant about this. She says, for the purity of this experiment, and so that things don't get even more bloody messed up, I am very careful about what I put in there. I put things in here, or rather, I should say, other instances of me put things in here in emergencies.
I mean, doing well in school, according to you guys, is an emergency.
It's not.
We'll see about
emergency.
that. I have full confidence in your capabilities. You seem like a very smart young lady.
And I do tutoring every Tuesday and Thursday, and I can
You
help.
won't have time for tutoring.
Oh, I'll have time for tutoring. I have it scheduled in the actual school days, so it works. You're not getting out of this.
Sophia goes,
I
we
can
should
certainly try."
probably meet Sven.
Lead the way.
The elk from Frozen?
Oh my gosh.
I haven't seen that movie. Is it good?
Not
Yeah,
an
we
elk.
should have a slumber party one night.
That sounds so good.
Not an elk, he's a caribou.
It's not a caribou, it's a reindeer.
They're the same fucking
So
thing.
you guys go downstairs.
If I don't see a talking deer.
You will be disappointed.
Whoa!
I forgot how fucking vibe this music is.
Oh god, this guy.
So you enter the room and you see Sven. He looks like this middle-aged middle-aged Icelandic gentleman. He is
Hello.
currently in some sort of
Oh my
crazy yoga pose where his feet are wrapped around the back of his head,
Oh my god, please tell me.
and he is currently balancing on his thumbs.
Please tell me he takes the yoga pop with his foot.
And his eyes are closed, and he's currently humming in a mantra.
Umogwe Wi-Fi
Humming in a
Wisao.
mantra, like meditating.
Get off
Yes.
the table.
And Sophia is going to bang her fist on the wall and say, Sven!
Rika's on the table
No.
with Osvaldo.
I told you not to interrupt me while I'm meditating. Oh, you must be the new princesses.
Cake pop.
One moment, he untangles himself and takes the cake pop. Oh, I'll save this for later. I'm counting my calories at the moment.
Okay.
I suppose you brought them in here for introductions? Right, okay. I'm Sven. That's not my real name. That's just, we all have fake names. But are any of us truly
Oh my gosh.
ourselves? We're all just wearing masks. Especially you, young lady. And he points at Rika. I can tell you wear a very, very interesting mask.
What?
I'm sorry, I just go into these weird little trances sometimes. I'm Sven. I am our
No. Go back.
resident.
What were you talking about?
I was introducing myself. I'm not my real name's not Sven actually, but anyways, I handle something of sort of the medic here. I make sure that everyone is at good mental health, that we go through our daily yoga, everyone's in the right frame of mind, and I also, reattach people's limbs when necessary.
I could learn from you.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. What's
I'm a
your name?
mender. Himari
Oh.
Yamamoto.
Right, that's what the noble healers are called, right? Menders.
Yes.
Yeah, good. Okay. No, there's a lot that we could learn from each other. I agree. I'm also very much in touch with the spirits here in the Dreamland. I catalog and I'm somewhat of a expert on the various yokai and spirits of these realms. So, if you ever have any questions about that, feel free to ask. I will say, it's a little different here than in Iceland. So, if you could just forgive me if I'm a little slow on the uptake on your cultural norms.
He's not talking in the right accent.
That was Indian.
Shut up.
Yeah, you weren't talking in the right accent. And I like bolts.
I like boats. I'm a Viking.
I'm a Viking. No, we're not going to go into that, Sven. Center yourself.
Can I make
He's
a roll
vampire.
for
You
He's
are
a vampire.
vibe check?
Hmm?
Can I make a roll for a vibe check or something? It's something about
as-
I don't know.
as
Something
the-
about him is off,
as
and I
the
just want to roll
resident,
that.
as the
Not a
resident vibe analyst, I'm happy to check your vibes at any time. It's kind
I
of
won't
what I
say
do.
that out loud.
Not
I
a
won't say that out
vibe.
loud. I'm saying that to the DM. Can I make a roll for a vibe check? Because he
She
kind of
wants to
seems
insight
kind of
check
off.
the dude.
I know. What are you trying to find out? Like,
Vibe
what
check.
are you trying
He
to see if
just
he's
seems-
lying? Like what?
I'm trying to see if he's a couple fries short of a Happy Meal.
Sure, wits plus empathy.
Okay.
-2. He's kind of hard to read.
What is my empathy? Okay, good.
Sven,
yeah.
you mentioned a mask. What were you talking about?
He stretches into a warrior one pose. Well, like I said, we all wear masks, and he tucks his arm beneath his leg and starts to he's balances on one toe. we all wear masks from time to time, but one thing I've noticed with you noble types is that you tend to really, really take it to the next level. I mean, the whole transformation thing. That's really got to do a number on your identity. And your id, if you know what I mean.
My
But
id and
I
ood.
can tell that you in particular, you are definitely having a crisis of identity, my friend.
I mean, what do
Is
you
everything all right?
what do you expect from a girl only 4 feet
Yeah.
tall?
Whoa. I'll have you know, I am 4'6", 8, something like that.
Yeah, okay. Take off your shoes.
No.
He's doing a handstand, and his foot kind of taps you on the shoulder. Right.
Ah.
Yeah, you said your name was Rika. Uh-huh. Is that correct?
Yes.
In my assumption?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me just... And he puts out his hand, and he closes his eyes. He takes in a deep breath. Could you breathe out for me real quick?
I breathe out.
Okay, breathe in again.
Breathe
I
in.
breathe
Breathe
in.
out.
All right, breathe out. Just in through the nose, out through the mouth.
You are like
Yep,
hitting
I'm
all the
breathing out.
pressure points of me today. Coping skills I use with my kiddos.
You are definitely missing something, my friend.
School.
Something. I'm getting it here. You're having a crisis of identity, hence the mask. There's something special about you. Yep, that's for sure. You know, I heard that you nobles, you have queens. Which one is yours?
The queen. I am my queen. I'm the queen of mirrors.
That is a fantastic answer. You know, actually, no, that's great. And he's got both of his hands, and he like pushes some kind of invisible energy towards you.
Being
You know what?
psychoanalyzed by an Icelandic
Guru.
yogi.
You know what? I want you to hold on to that
Hey, boo boo.
because I feel like I can feel it in you that you've been trying to explain yourself to other people and try to like deny that, but I want you to just embrace that. Could you do that for me? I think that'll really help you.
Sure.
That's great. And you know what? I think deep down on the inside, and he gets back up and he's just standing in front of you. I think deep down we all are our own queen. You know what I mean?
What do I get
We've
with
all
my
got a
two?
little bit of a queen in us. So, it's been a pleasure. Let's do another session tomorrow, huh? And Sophia says, I don't think they're going to be in tomorrow. Right. Sorry. I was in another place at the moment. Do you guys have any questions for me?
What do I get with my two?
With a 2?
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely weird, but you get a feeling that like for on whatever topic, whatever the fuck topic that is that he is an expert on, he's definitely an expert deeply on that.
So he's buying what he's selling himself. Like he's being sincere when he says the things that he's saying.
Oh yeah. All of this stuff, here's the thing. You can tell it's backed by magic. He is able to intimately read your spirits and aura and like all that stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
I walk up to him and I'm like, do you have answers about why we would be receiving mysterious spiritual dreams?
Right. I want you to close your eyes for me.
I close
And just
my eyes.
think about the last dream you had. I'm really good at dream interpretation. That's one of my specialties. Okay.
All right.
Just think about it.
I start thinking about it.
Okay.
Straight.
Yeah. Oh no. I'm all right. I'm getting it. You're in what looks like a forest of sigils on the ground. There's some
Oh, Jesus.
there's some interference. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting that. A lot of interference. Something's wrong. Okay. I think that life's been a bit too direct with you. And sometimes that can be okay. Sometimes it's important for people to be blunt and honest with each other. But I think it was a bit too much all at once. I think one thing you need to understand about all these dreams, and I'm catching those other dreams here. Hold on, let me just breathe them in here. I want everyone to think about their dreams, all the dreams that you've had, all the important ones, the ones you want me to know about. All right, just close your eyes and just think about that.
Ooh.
I
Can you
do
do
the
that for
thing.
me?
Mhm.
All right, now what was the first dream?
Make sure to avoid the maid dream.
Okay. Yeah, that's all too much. That's all way too much, way too fast. You know what? You just need to digest it. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to work out. It's going to take a little bit. I can assure you that is the case. Even if you don't get the answers, even if you end up with more questions than answers, that's all right. It's a process, it's a journey. You want to know how to become an expert bricklayer? You put down 99 bad bricks. But that 100th one, that's the good one. And then you're an expert bricklayer, all right? So we're going to get you to that point. But I can tell you, you're probably going to die real soon.
What?
But it's okay.
Holiday Hoobie
You know,
Woody?
we all die, and we all
what?
get back up the next morning.
How do you know we're going to die?
Well, we all die every night.
But
that
soon,
is-
soon. How do you know we're going to die soon?
Well, mostly because it's 5 p.m. And so I can probably say, given that you're kids, you usually probably go to bed around, I'd say like 10, 11. So
Oh.
Wait. Die?
sleep is the little death that we all experience
All right, I am.
every single day.
This fucking guy.
We all had a panic attack and then realized what he was saying. We're like, oh, fuck this
But
shit.
I can tell that made you concerned. I want to ask, why does that concern you? Are you afraid of dying?
No, I would just rather not.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I
easy
have
for you to
things
say.
do.
You've died before, young lady.
What?
You died before. That's how you got those gale marks, correct?
Oh. Yes.
And you're all reincarnations.
What?
Well, most of you. You, hold on. You're not.
I was gonna say I was thrown down.
Yeah,
a hole.
yeah. So, here's my question to you. All right? If we are the sum of what we accomplish in this world, and reincarnation is real, you're living proof of it. Does it really matter if you die tomorrow, knowing that whatever you're putting in motion is going to be carried on by your reincarnated self?
Well,
Just
that won't
something to
be
think
me.
about.
I mean,
That
if
won't
we
be me.
But
remember
how do you
our
know?
reincarnations, that would be helpful. But we start with zilch, zero, nada, no hints.
I see how that could be a problem, and I want to give you a little something to go off of here. Maybe that won't be the case. You don't know. I think that if you just go through assuming that everything's going to be okay, you can put away that fear of death. And that is how we truly live. Thank you for coming to my seminar. Like I said, it's about 5:30 and I am starving.
Okay, so you're a 9 to 5er, and you're like a fortune teller at an amusement park.
No, that would be my grandmother. She was a fortune teller at an amusement park.
Oh my god.
Was she?
Well,
Oh, she was a damn good one. She was
Yeah.
great.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Thank you. I am very proud of my grandmother, and I know that she would be proud of me if she was still alive. So it means a lot to me hearing that from you. Now, I am starving, and there is a salad with my name on it somewhere in this kitchen. So, if you'll please excuse me, it's been an absolute pleasure to meet all of you.
I'm sure Oswaddle ate it.
I give a look to Sophia of what the fuck did I just listen
Sophia
to?
just shrugs and shakes her head, and she says, "There's a reason why we skipped Sven. He's a little. He knows his stuff when it comes to like spirits and yokai and things like that,
What
but
does he do here?
He
Um,
reattaches limbs. He said.
Like, what's his job title?
well,
I think he
I-
said spiritual advisor.
well, so
I have a new
the
aspiration.
mages called him
Oh, dear
a Thyrsos. I don't really know what that means. He says that he works with spirits and he works with living things. I've seen him turn his arms into like wings and stuff.
Oh.
I don't know. I think he's like a shaman or something. But I know he's healed people before, and that's pretty important. But yeah, he's a little weird. I wouldn't take anything that he said too seriously. Just saying.
Hey.
I have a new aspiration.
Turn your arms into wings.
No,
to
no.
learn healing from Sven.
Learn healing from Sven.
Oh boy. That might be worse. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, no. To be fair though, I have 3 points in medicine.
Hooly booly.
To upgrade it more. No. Here's the thing. To upgrade it more, I need somebody who's actually trained.
Yeah.
Asking my parents out of the blue really is not. It probably wouldn't fly.
You
I've gotten as
see-
far because of my parents.
So you see, Sophia is kind of playing with her hair a little bit and looking to the side, and she says, were you serious about us having a sleepover and watching Frozen?"
I am absolutely serious about that. I feel like it would be a good bonding experience.
Me too. You know what? Yeah, let's do that.
Today?
Why not? What else do you got going on tonight?
Thinks about all the studying and the gaming that I was going
Oh
to do.
my
I
God.
guess nothing.
Besides, we can't really do anything on an official level until all that paperwork's approved and they like talk to your parents and the school and figure all that out. So in the meantime, I don't know, anything that makes the time go faster.
Well,
Again,
I
thinks
also
about
have
all the
to
studying and
study.
gaming I was going to do. Okay.
We'll make it a study night, and
I'm out.
She winks at the rest of you.
Yeah, no, it's
Yep,
it.
I'm in. I'm in.
Okay.
Okay, as long as I get to study a little bit. You guys all don't have to, but I'm studying while we're watching
I can
Frozen.
cook something.
I'm gonna study the back of my
Make some
eyeballs.
popcorn.
So, you guys, all right. I don't have a map for this, so we'll theater the mind it. But you guys,
We
Do
can
you
go to-
have my house?
we can
I
go
mean,
to
it's
my
a house.
apartment.
Yeah,
we
let's
can
go to my house.
We can go to my house.
well, do I have a map of your house?
Yeah, you do. You
I know
sent
you
it to
have
me
one of
ages
mine
ago.
because of Yuki.
Oh God, I don't know if I have it in Roll20. Hold on.
You,
I think
I'm,
you had all of our
I'm
houses for
positive
the
you
first
have mine in
campaign.
Roll20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hold on.
Every house except
There's a lot
for
'Cause I started there.
Lena's you
I
had.
have a ton of archive.
Lena started out in the Twilight
maps.
and everybody else started out in their own house. So you have all of them. Except for hers.
Yamamoto's house. Kishimiki's home. Huh.
Yeah.
Let's see if that's. Might have to copy paste everyone on there. Hold on. Yes, sleepover with Frozen was not part of the game plan when I wrote this out. Big surprise there. So we'll just plop you guys right into there.
Whee.
And I will delete the dynamic lighting because fuck that. Okay.
Where the hell are we?
Well, the living room's the only room that I see a TV in, so.
True.
This tiny little TV.
I don't think that's the TV. The TV's the big thing right
Interesting.
here.
That must be the heater.
So,
All right.
you guys go out to the convenience store
Oh.
down the road and you buy
Junk.
yeah, just so much junk food. We're talking Pocky, we're talking Yum Yums, we're talking
Popcorn.
sriracha peas,
Oh
popcorn,
my god,
I
stop.
actually
Now
have
I want
Pocky.
snacks.
potato chips, cola,
Amanda, I
the
want
whole
snacks.
9 yards.
Now I want my Pocky.
Potato chips. And
Ah!
And you guys bring all of that in these shopping bags and set out a bunch of blankets, and I guess they have a lot of futons, don't
Kotatsu,
they?
right?
Hell yeah,
Kotatsu.
Yeah, you guys set up a kotatsu around the table.
Excuse me while I take up all the room underneath.
So as we're setting up, like before and after, I'm gonna be peppering people with different questions from different subjects, just getting people some studying time because I still feel like it's my duty.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna be asking questions. It doesn't matter if you don't answer them, but I'm asking questions and going anyone. And if anybody does answer, I'm gonna give them gold stars and a lot of happy noises. So
And,
I predict
I
the
will
only
be singing along to Frozen, drowning out your questions.
Himari's probably
Wait.
Himari's
With
answering
him-
don't get
questions.
Hold up.
spoilers. Don't
with
get Sophia
with
spoilers.
him to Orpheus to summon all of the animals to watch
God,
Frozen with
you
us.
can only do that when transformed. Are you
I will
transforming
fucking
in your
transform.
Oh my god. All right, so your parents are already asleep. You transform, you cast him to Orpheus, and there's a bunch of birds just tapping up against the window because they have to be summoned from the outside. So there's a menagerie of actually no, you
Animals
have
while
to
I'm
roll. You have to roll to succeed. Otherwise, I think bad things happen.
Him to Orpheus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, maybe. Hold on,
Most
pull up
charms
the
that require a roll,
Wait,
do it because there's a chance of failure.
are we watching this in English or Japanese?
Japanese with
spell.
English sub. No, it's English with Japanese sub. The
There you
ultimate
go.
reversal.
Right,
Perfect.
there we go.
And I'm just listening to all of these native Japanese speakers trying to sing along in English. It's like that scene in We Never Learn when they
it
try
is
talking in English.
And
Let it
it's-
go.
hold on,
Let it go.
It's
Not
instant.
book. Nariyuki.
Nah, Yuki.
Oh yeah, does
Hmm.
Yuki still have Oswaldo?
I don't know.
Oh, so about that, I forgot. Time passes. You guys exit the Torii Gate. The moment you guys exit the Torii Gate, Oswaldo gruesomely expands outward and pops like a balloon.
Ooh.
Oh no, I left him behind. I know they told us that we couldn't.
No,
keep
the
him.
other one.
The one that was-
Amanda had.
Trapped
Oh.
in the bubble. It seems like that Oswaldo in particular should not have been exposed to the real world.
Ah, that's sad.
It's also not consistent because you've seen Oswaldos out here before.
Supposedly.
What
Do
else?
I have contact with Hatter?
So Hatter is forced to be in the Dreamlands where there is no cell service. So technically, no. You would have to text someone else who would then go into the Dreamlands and talk to him.
Well, I'll just start keeping a journal of my experiences with Oswaldo.
Okay. Since you're doing field research now.
So there's no magical way of like doing a send message over to Hatter?
No.
Oh.
Not until you find one.
No one
Oh.
took
Okay.
the message spell.
No one took the message spell.
Like Sophia doesn't know about it? Like if we ask her?
So,
Nope.
unless there's a charm for it, no.
Okay, so him
Oh,
to
okay.
Orpheus, it says action is instant and resisted.
Uh-huh.
Presence plus expression
So roll that.
minus target's composure.
Yeah, how much composure do all these weird animals have?
I'm gonna say they have a collective composure of
27.
3. So you're taking a -3. Actually, what are you trying to summon? I think you have to define what you're trying to summon.
I'm just singing to Frozen with him to Orpheus.
So, as per the spell, I think you had to designate.
What you're
Hold on.
summoning.
Hold on, let me look.
I mean, my answer's always going to be Oswaldo.
Oh, 100 within 100 times her successes in yards. Oh,
All the neighborhood
only
dogs.
animals of the same kind as the target are certain to come. So you have to
Bunnies.
designate 8. All right. I'm gonna say the collective. You target and bunny. It has the average composure of 3, so you're taking a -3. It's a very
Alright.
well composed rabbit.
Is it Oswaldo?
It is
This one is not Oswaldo.
What did I say? Presence and expression?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, hold on.
Did you -3
2
from that?
successes. Yeah, did you? You had to -3, unless you used willpower to counteract that.
Does this spell always have a -3?
No, just this time. It's based on the composure of the animal you're summoning.
Oh.
I saw those.
No, you didn't.
Yay, 3 successes. Now the
You look in the backyard.
Hey Rika, I hope you're Ah! Love is an open door.
Rika, I hope you're what?
I hope,
Love is an open door.
Oh my God.
Rika,
With you,
I hope you're ready to
with
clean
you.
up the house.
You look
my
outside and
house.
you see
The great rabbit.
12 white rabbits. None of them you recognize as Oswaldo.
Aw.
Oh.
In the tree, you see one rabbit that you definitely recognize as Oswaldo, but he ducks behind a branch and disappears.
The great rabbit.
Also, I am singing just to have fun at a sleepover too.
Yeah. But there is now a choir of rabbits outside.
And I'm drowning out Dixie's homework questions.
Well, no. I stopped when we got to the movie. I said
my
before
God,
the
okay,
movie
sorry,
I was
I'll
doing
delete it.
questions.
There's a
When the
shadow
movie
person.
goes, I'm not going to be rude.
Yeah, that's
so
It's a
Green.
boy.
Now he's gone.
Where'd
We
the
killed
boy
him.
go?
Yes, you killed him. You
No.
killed.
So
You
you
killed
know,
the
I'm not going to be the
murderer.
person that asks random questions during a movie because that's rude. But before the movie starts, that was when I was asking questions.
Okay.
So.
So, you guys have a fun time just vibing out to Frozen. And you have way too many snacks, way too much cola.
You
You
mean
stay up until like 1 a.m.
you mean it's like Food Wars where they have the special rice juice?
and you have like 5 or 6 futons laid out in the living room.
I don't fit.
I am
Yeah,
now,
your feet are sticking out.
I am now not transformed.
I figured.
Obviously.
Love is a rabbit.
Love is an open rabbit.
Oh, if you wanted the door open, you just say something. Let all the rabbits in.
I would advise against letting all the rabbits in.
Why not?
Choo 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 choo.
It's not my house. And fuzzy bunnies.
And then you guys all drift to sleep.
Night, night.
Here come the dreams.
Well, actually,
You die.
nope.
You
That
die.
is the end of today's session.
Oh wait, Rika, did you eat one of the donuts?
Ooh, that's a very important question.
Oh!
That is an incredibly important
Or
question.
did we all accidentally eat them in our snack
Rika,
gorging?
Like-
do you have one of the dreamless donuts?
I have all the dreamless donuts because I didn't split them up yet.
Okay, well, I mean, are you eating one?
Yes, I would like to eat one.
Okay, so you consume a dreamless donut. You never had a beignet before, but this thing is fucking delicious. It is so sugary and sweet and rich, and it just dissolves in your mouth. And there's these weird sugar crystals sprinkled all over it that are just so freaking tasty. And this is probably the most delicious thing you've ever had. And you consumed that syrup in the picnic dream, and that was so good that it was cursed. This is better than that.
You're
And
gonna make me cry.
you
Oh my god.
you shortly
You
after
made me
drift away
cry.
to sleep, and you do not have a dream. By your perception, you just wake up like the next day, like being put under. So, but you can now remove up to 1 gale mark,
Ooh.
as you have had one night without a dream.
And that was the closest that Salomon ever got to a compliment for Sabine.
And so
now I have to ask the obvious question. Since I
Mhm.
had 2, I now have 1. What are the effects of 1 gale mark versus 2?
So, the thing is, the gale mark remains the same.
Okay.
The longer
I'm still
you
weak.
have the gale mark, the more severe it is.
Mhm.
The severity is not how many dots. The dots is how is getting rid of it.
Gotcha.
The severity is based on how long you have it. So once you have any amount of gale marks for 1 week, that is when it goes to the next severity. And then if that happens 1 more week, it's permanent.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something you want to get a handle on when you can. And since you could have up to like 6 gale marks, that could take a whole week of eating these dreamless donuts to get rid of them.
Right. Okay.
And you can't go through the gates.
Wait, how many
You
gale
can't-
marks do you have?
Well, you guys now have 11 dreamless donuts.
Is it 1
And-
donut per gale mark then, or does
Yes,
one
gale
one
mark
donut
per night
go-
per dot.
Okay, so it's not 1 donut for the whole entire week. It's
Nope.
1 donut per night. Okay.
Nope,
Got
it
it.
only affects you for 1 night. Or 1 night.
1 sleep.
And then I'm trying to think of what else. Yes. It would be recommended not to go through a Torii gate or enter a dream while under the effects of it, which lasts for 24 hours.
Wow,
Mhm.
look at this guy.
So, tomorrow you probably don't want to go through a Torii gate. You can. You will have a
I can't
bit
wait.
of a time.
I can't wait
going
for the
through it.
apocalypse to start tomorrow, and then I have to use the Torii gate.
All right, so that is it for the session. Everyone gains 2 beats,
Oh,
and
snap.
Who beats?
I got
2
another
beats.
experience.
Yay, beats.
Same, I got experience too.
And it is now. The next day is going to be Sunday.
Hey.
So yeah,
I could heal a wound.
we'll We can cut it there. I'll bring you back to the splash
Perfect.
page.
Ending.
All right, ending theme. Let me find it.